Well. World-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. Oh, Michael.
Oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be setup. Trailer, there's a mo, it's a piece. Don't be boom boom boom. Bound to break and get your beat. No, don't be boom boom boom. We got to get on the ground. No, don't be boom boom boom. 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 It's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be setup. Oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be setup. Oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be setup. Oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be setup. Oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be setup. Trailer, there's a mo, it's a piece. Don't be boom boom boom. Bound to break and get your beat. No, don't be boom boom boom. We got to get on the ground. No, don't be boom boom boom. Oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be boom boom boom. Trailer, there's a mo, it's a piece. Don't be boom boom boom. Bound to break and get your beat. No, don't be boom boom boom. We got to get on the ground. No, don't be boom boom boom. Setup, setup.
Shut the fuck up! Fucker! Move! Damn it!
And ladies and gentlemen, folks at home, we hope you're having a fantastic day in your neck of the woods. The folks at home cannot wait for this unmitigated reality check from yours truly, world-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. We need you to hit the like button. We need you to share the broadcast because it's cold out here, I'll tell you that. So we need you to do the thing for world class. And I said 200 likes, and I'll gift out 5 memberships, folks. The memberships have recharged. And we will be gifting out 5 memberships if we can hit that like goal, but it seems that we can't seemingly have a conversation out here right now. And, well, that's going to certainly change in 311 days. You either get left behind or you come with world class. And that's how it's going to be in 311 days. I'm going to tell you that right here and right now. I don't care how dead things are right now. Don't matter about right now. What matters in 311 days is there's going to be thousands of people in here. So you're going to have to make that choice. You want to pick up the basketball and attempt to shoot the free throw, or do you want to sit on the bench and act like a loser? Those are the options. And in 311 days, world class, there will be a slew of people in here that have never been in here before, and it's going to be one hell of a show, that I could tell you. So, look, GTA 6, we got a lot to talk about here today. We know you can't handle it. I don't care. Okay, that's a you problem. And you need to go see Dr. Phil in 2026 here because you certainly need help, and it's okay to ask for help. So go see Dr. Phil, make that appointment, and you'll be on the right track sooner rather than later. 311 days, folks, until GTA 6. We need you to lock in, and lock in a way that makes sense. We got Archive 82 coming through. He's popping the cherry, setting the mood, the vibe, the tone, and the atmosphere. Let's go.
Archive 82 when super chatted.
Get the lasers out for you, bud.
You want to be streaming Code Violet lol. Have a good stream,
No,
Michael.
we're not streaming that. We're out here in the cold. We ain't streaming no Code Violet. That's another one of those games. Archive 82 is coming through. He's popping the cherry, setting the mood, the vibe, the tone, and the atmosphere. You got to lock in. You got to lock in. I'm almost about ready to ditch Resident Evil and just stick right to Grand Theft Auto 6. Because you know what? No one cares about Resident Evil. No one is willing to have a conversation about the game. No one's willing to debate the game. No one's willing to say, hey, look, I agree with you about Resident Evil 9 Requiem, or I disagree with you about Resident Evil 9 Requiem. We're not even at that point yet, and I don't know if we will be. So if we can't have a conversation about Resident Evil, hell, I'll just skip the game entirely. I don't need to play that garbage. You know what I mean? I'll stick with Grand Theft Auto 6 here, the biggest video game in our lifetime, which will release, in my opinion, in 311 days, no more delays, and we'll tell you why later on in the broadcast here. It's not that hard to figure out. In fact, I would argue there's more that suggests that they have to release this game in 311 days as opposed to them having more room to delay this game, and we'll discuss that in a moment. So we got Archive 82 coming through, hitting the popping the cherry, setting the mood, the vibe, the tone, and the atmosphere. We need you guys to lock in here today and lock in a way that makes sense. We're not playing Code Violet. You guys can go play that garbage, but I'm not playing that crap. We don't have to play we don't have to play any more games going forward. The only game we need to play is Grand Theft Auto 6 in 311 days. I don't need to play another game. Crimson Desert, we've already played something like that similar. Resident Evil, we already know what to expect for the most part with that game. I mean, honestly, we don't need to play another game. If we were to say, hey, look, we're going to go on a gaming cooldown all the way until November 19th, 2026, I think it would pay off in a way that makes sense because, well, we wouldn't have to sit through a bunch of slop that everyone says is a masterpiece and game of the year. So I think if we hold off until November 19th, 2026, which, of course, is in 311 days from now, it will be a big shock and it will be a big thing where it's just like, oh, shit. This was actually worth waiting for and this was actually worth my time and it was worth the wait and the hype. So we need you guys to lock in here today. It is really cold out here. Could be warmer, I'll tell you that. Could be warmer out here. And we're not seeing the hype in this chat right now. I'm going to start raising memberships. We're going to delete this tier. We're going to raise the membership prices. And if only 5 people follow through with that, that's okay. Because it's going to have to incentivize better, more authentic communication, We got over 300 members, and they can't communicate with you. What are they paying for? I don't know. Well, most of them are gifted, so they got free handouts. But some of these people have been members for a long time, and they just can't figure out how to string together a sentence. And it's funny because you will be able to string together a sentence in 311 days, but right now it's just not cool to talk about. Well, I don't care what's cool to talk about. You want to go talk about Code Violet? You want to go talk about Code Veronica 3 or Code Veronica 5? I don't care. I don't play games like that, okay? I don't play Japanese games. Never have. Go look at the channel. I've been doing content for how many years? Since 2011 on this channel. Longer than that, actually. But on this channel since 2011. And when have we covered a Final Fantasy game? When have we covered any of those type of games? Very seldom. Very seldom. You won't find much coverage of any of those games because we don't play those games. And I don't care if that's what the internet likes and prefers. We're not going to sit there and play Big Sword with lightning effects on it. I'm not interested in playing games like that. That's for losers. Total losers and total incels. So we're not interested in doing that. And that's why we're not covering these terrible games. We got great support yesterday on our Resident Evil 4 21st anniversary stream, but today it looks like it's a totally different ball game. And we can't be doing that because it's cold out here. So it's going to be a short one here today if you guys can't shape up. We're going to have to get people in here. And if it means we have to get all new people in here in 311 days for the show's sake, then so be it. If we need another total reset, I'm all for doing what's best for the broadcast here. Because if you guys can't step up to the plate, someone else will in 311 days. And they will chat, which is free. And they will share the show, which is free. And they will like the stream, which is free. It's not a hard thing. A lot of free options on how to support this broadcast here. And YouTube doesn't put it out. And that we don't have sponsorships. And we know, that we don't have really much of anything. So this is what we do. If you can't support it in the now, if you can't support it while it's happening, then it's time for you to unsubscribe and find a different channel. Okay, I'm serious. I can't wait around. I can't wait for you to magically appear in 311 days and say, wow, this channel's great. I don't care. You've already made your mind up. You've thrown the towel in. Kiss my ass and kiss my foot on the door out. It's really that simple. You've made the choice to throw the towel in my face, and, I'm not going to act happy to that. So, you made the choice. If you wanted to keep the towel, then keep the towel and stay in the fight, but you didn't want to do that. So you threw the towel in, and we know who you're talking about. You threw the towel in, and you want to talk shit. Well, your opinion is irrelevant. I mean, you're the one that was throwing the towel in. So 311 days, you got to make that choice on whether or not you want to be here and how long can you last, because 311 days, it sounds like a lot, but it's not really. I mean, we're almost in February already. I mean, January's already over with. January is already over with, bro. Super Bowl's coming up. We're already in February. Just like that, 2026. January came and went. It's the middle of January right now, bro. That quick. New Year's was already over a week ago. Okay? Christmas was, 2 or 3 weeks ago? You guys are unbelievable. The timeline here is going to go by real quick. Okay? That's what's going to happen. It's going to go by real quick. And I need you guys to lock in. Let's go.
Imposter Boy has just
Let's
tipped
go.
$20 through Super Chat. Supporting the show and the content in a way that makes sense. Despite the hate, I support quality video commentary by veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. What's your excuse for not stepping up to the plate? Support Kino.
That's what we're talking about. Imposters coming through. Where are the members at in here? I'm seeing no members in here. Jeffrey G's in here. Oh, he's talking shit to imposters. So now I'm going to actually take imposters' side. See, now they're going to actually start talking shit about you. So that was my job. I can talk shit, but these people can't. Jeffrey G's a loser. He's a loser. He signed up to someone else's channel. He's a loser. Imagine signing up for that content. Like, that's content. I mean, you just sit around all day and do nothing. Oh. We get Jeffrey G up out of here. That guy's got a free handout, and he's talking shit, by the way. Unreal. Could never be me. So we got Imposter coming through, Archive 82 coming through. Where is everyone at today? You all are at work, so we can't be bothered to participate here. Seems like that's the case. How are we going to do this show? How are we supposed to do this show? When you guys are all at work, you guys are all social creatures, you know. How are we supposed to do this show? When nothing, whenever I go live, it never fits your schedule. So how are we supposed to do the show? I don't know. How are we supposed to do the show? Y'all are fucking busy 24/7. How the fuck are we supposed to come out here and go live? This is when I have to come out here because the sun's going down. And I'm tired of doing gameplay streams. Okay? I'm tired of doing gameplay streams. Those are boring. You don't care. Okay? We'll do a gameplay stream when GTA 6 comes out. We'll do maybe a gameplay stream when Resident Evil comes out. But I can't get people to talk about Resident Evil. So if no one wants to join in on the conversation with the Resident Evil, I'm not making videos for no one. Okay? I'm not making videos for the brick wall. It's as simple as that. We're not doing it. I'm not making videos for people that don't want to listen. You know, and if we can't get the Resident Evil fans in here, then that's great because that means I don't have to play it. And, you know, I guess we'll miss out, but are we going to really miss out on much of anything substantial? Probably not, taking a look at what they've shown us so far. That's why there's no public demo for Resident Evil 9 Requiem. First time in 15-plus years. No demo for Resident Evil, by the way. No one's talking about that. Well, you don't care. That's the problem. You don't care. That's okay, because, like I said, if you can't step up between now and 311 days, well, don't cry for attention in 311 days on November 19th because you're going to be left behind. That I can tell you. This chat will be moving. It's the biggest video game in the world. There will be people in here, whether you like it or not. And I'll ensure that. I'll ensure there's people in here. We'll find ways to get people in here. I'll put up flyers around town. I'll pay people to watch this show. I don't give a fuck. I'll ensure there's people in here just to piss you off. So I really couldn't care less. It's as simple as that. There will be people in here, and if it's not in here, it'll be elsewhere. We will be getting viewers on November 19th, 2026, that I can tell you. So 311 days, I'm covering the biggest video game in the world. This is the World Cup of video games. I mean, this is really like going to the World Cup and going to the Super Bowl in America and showing off the reality of the situation and what you can do. That's really what it is. It's an arena for a lot of these people to show off what they can do and what they can cover and how they can cover it in a way that's interesting and unique and what brings something to the table. It's not that hard. We need you guys to lock in here. Let's go. Blur's in the building. Blur is stepping up to the plate here. We got Blur and Mike Bobo. Yeah, Nick Hogan. Let's go. We got 3 mods in here today. It's cold out here. When it's cold out here, we don't enjoy sitting out here for a dead chat. I can tell you that right now. And I said later this year we're bringing back call-ins. So not today because you guys got nothing to discuss clearly. But, you know, when this game becomes more of a reality and it becomes more of a real thing, we will be bringing back call-ins. So that could be as soon as this summer, actually. You know, once Rockstar reconfirms that this is actually coming out, and I'm not just talking about the Take-Two investor calls. Once things really start looking real, and once those pre-orders start coming in, we will definitely take a look and open up those lines. But for now, we're not doing that because you can't even string together a sentence in this chat, so there's nothing to have to say on the phone when you can't type anonymously through text. So, I mean, really, honestly, it says everything I need to know about opening up lines. Like, well, why would I open up the lines when motherfuckers can't even type in here anonymously because they're afraid? And that's fucking bewildering to me, really bizarre behavior. So that's why we're not opening up the lines until you guys can show that you can actually be a little bit more proactive in a communication vessel here and actually start participating in a way that makes sense. So I'm waiting for you guys to hit the like button. I'm waiting for you guys to get in here as the projector begins. They're already trying to just time them out. Don't react. Time them out. I don't care who it is. Time them out. Get them out of here. If they're trying to derail, and even if it's in a nice fashion, you got to get it out. Okay? You got to get it out. I don't care what they're doing, what they're trying to do. You got to clean it up. They want a reaction. That's what you want as a troll, is a reaction. Good or bad, doesn't matter. As long as you get a reaction, you win. That's what trolling is. It's eliciting a response. That's what trolling is. That's 100% what trolling is. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad. Doesn't matter if they reacted positively. Doesn't matter if they react negatively. That's what you're looking for as a troll, an internet troll. Look it in. Type it in. And so it don't matter. If they're being nice in here, they could still be trolling. So it doesn't have to be in the form of negative. They could be trolling positively as well. So you have to be on the lookout. You have to understand that these people are crazies in here. They're really crazies. Like, you can't take them too far because you give them 10 inches and they want 50 yards, you know? And we've seen that time and time again with these incels. And that's why they had to get banned. Let's go. Talk about the game, okay? I hope your console doesn't turn on in 311 days. I hope it doesn't turn on. I hope it breaks. So then you're not able to play it. Then you have to come over here and watch it. Because first of all, you guys don't deserve the game. Rockstar should cancel it because you guys don't deserve it. You can't even string together a fucking sentence on this game because your buddy didn't make a fucking video on it. Well, I don't care. Really don't care. If you guys can't handle it, then I can't do much here. Okay, we are literally locked in. This is a bubble, is what this is in here. And until we can break through that, which it doesn't seem possible at this point, well, there's not much I can do. It's not up to me. It's out of my control. So, learn how to debate. Learn how to communicate. I'm going to start talking politics in here. I'm going to start talking sports. I'm going to start talking about religion. And my God, will we have discussions in here? Because I know those three things will get people going in here. And they'll get so mad they'll unsubscribe. And that's what probably we need. That's probably what we need because you don't care about video games. I can't help your mental illness, okay? I can't help that you found this channel and you thought Michael doesn't like video games. Oh, Michael does like video games, but it might be only 1 or 2 games a year, okay? If that. So we're very selective on what we like, okay? I'm looking forward to the future of gaming. So you guys can play your Crimson Desert. You guys can play your Resident Evil. You guys can play your Code Veronica, whatever that game was called that guy was shilling in here. You guys can play those games, okay? They come out every 5 years, every 3 years, whatever. It's the same game. Copy and paste. New coat of paint, copy and paste. I'm looking forward to Grand Theft Auto 6 because I know Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to bring something new to the table, okay? I'm not dumb. Rockstar is going to be pushing the boundaries and the capabilities of not only what the consoles can do, but what this medium can provide from an entertainment standpoint, okay? You don't have to agree with every decision that the game makes. You don't have to agree with the censorship that is probably going to be in the game. You don't have to agree with any of those things. But what you can say is that they're going to be providing you something that you can definitely say, holy shit, wait a minute, let's pause here and let's take a look at the reality of the situation. And most games, you don't even do that. You play them for 5 minutes, you put them down, you go on the internet, you see what they say about them, and then you talk about them. You know, you guys like to talk about video games more so than playing them. And I think that's fair, but that's because these games are trash. They put out the same game on repeat. It's autopilot for a lot of these devs, cut and paste asset flips. We need something new. And GTA 6 is going to be a whole different ballgame. And it is releasing in 311 days. I'm very confident in this because it just makes sense at this point. Okay, I don't think there's another delay unless it's the absolute. Of course, there's obviously a possibility. But I don't think there's going to be another delay unless it's absolutely 100% necessary. Okay? And we're going to break this down here. They got big problems on the horizon with not only gaming in general, but entertainment as well. There's a lot of things going on right now that are not looking too hot for the gaming space and for the entertainment industry as well. So with that said, Rockstar has to get this game out as soon as they possibly can. I would argue there's actually less arguments for there being another delay than there is for Rockstar to hit November 19th, 2026. I don't care about your hate fantasy of the game never coming out. I don't care about your hate fantasy of we don't care. I don't care. I want to see the game. I will play a broken version of the game. Okay, I'm not going to sit out here and wait for a perfect game because guess what? That doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. There is no such thing as a perfect game. Look at Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk was delayed to hell and back, and it still turned out to be a total disaster. They spent 5 or 6 more years working on that game, and it's still buggy as shit. I showed you the Switch 2 version last year, and motherfucking ass, nothing was really fixed. I mean, obviously there was a lot fixed, but it was still obviously in need of work. So the point is that you can work on a game indefinitely, but it's never going to be 100%. Okay, someone's going to break the game immediately when they get their hands on the game. That's just how it is. So they have to get this game out November 19th, 2026. It's as simple as that, and there is no more delays. Okay, I'm serious. There's no more delays. Now, obviously, it could happen. I'm not saying that that's not out of the realm of possibility, but Rockstar Games, at this point in time, they are putting themselves between a rock and a hard place, and it's not looking great right about now, okay? It's not looking great right about now. So they are going to be putting out the game November 19th, 2026. That's when the game's coming out, okay? I don't care what your favorite YouTuber said. I don't care about what these articles are saying. At the end of the day, this is what has to happen. November 19th, 2026, okay? If you don't understand, we're going to break it down here in a moment because it's getting cold out here. Can't wait around for these incels. Hit the like button, share the broadcast. Let's go. We're going to try and get it to 100 likes. I said 200 likes, and I'll gift out 5 memberships. Of course, you guys aren't even going to get to 100 likes. Let's go. It's 39 degrees Fahrenheit out here. You want to sit out here in the cold weather? Your butt buddy's certainly not going to do that, okay? Get out here and start supporting the broadcast or kiss my ass in 311 days because your ass ain't going to be in here. And I'm fucking glad. Go watch Luke Steffens play this game or something. You love that guy. I don't give a shit. Go over there and support him. Really couldn't care less. I don't care what you do, okay? All I know is that if you're in here right now, you need to start participating in a way that makes sense. I want to see this chat flying. I'm going to start taking calls potentially in the summer if they can confirm that it is truly on track and potentially Trailer 3 or pre-orders start emerging in early fall or late summer of 2026 here. And that's coming quick, okay? It's almost February already. It's the middle of January. The Super Bowl is in February. It is literally flying by as we speak, okay? It's Monday, okay? It was just Friday 3 days ago, okay? You remember that Friday 3 days ago? Yeah, you don't because it flew fucking by. So the point is that, yes, it's 311 days from now, but that's going to fly by real quick. It's been how long since they last delayed it? 2 or 3 months? That's already gone by just like that. Boom. Trailer 2, that came out last May. That's how long that's been. Last May since Trailer 2 for Grand Theft Auto 6. Look how long that's been. Almost a year. You know what I mean? Plenty of time has flown by, and in 311 days, you're going to see the reality of the situation. It's as simple as that. And you can't handle it. You can't handle it. That I can tell you. Oh, man. I think I need to talk to Dr. Phil at this point. Like, this show has gotten me so fucked up that I maybe have to talk to Dr. Phil and say, hey, how do we handle this situation here? We're stuck in this bubble of antisocial, parasocials, and holy fuck. I mean, honestly, how do we break out of it? We got to get to a different platform. 311 days, I got to figure things out. Because, we can do a stream in here, and we most certainly will, at least in some capacity. But shit, if it's fucking like this where you guys just are reluctant to chat because you guys got weird insecurities, well, I can't help that. That's not best for my show. I got to do what's best for business, and I got to do what's best for my show. And if that means banning everyone in here to start clean, that's fucking fine with me. I really couldn't fucking care less. What are you guys offering? You guys are sitting on your fucking couch laughing your ass off with the snot draining down my fucking nose because it's 39 degrees Fahrenheit out here. You know? I mean, that's what you guys are doing, so what are you really offering? Not much of anything. You're not contributing to the conversation in an authentic, meaningful way. I'm not a grifter. I'm not a clout chaser. I'm an autistic fucking retard. And I like to talk about dumbass shit. And if you can't get on board with that, you're a loser. So you can kiss my ass and kiss my foot on the door out. I don't give a fuck. Okay? I'm done with you fucking losers. I'll tell you that right now. So I hope to God you get pissed off in 311 days from now. And I hope to God that your ass fucking leaves. Because fuck you. Okay? You can't string together a sentence for world class as he's sitting out here in literally 39 degrees Fahrenheit weather because you don't give a shit about Grand Theft Auto 6? Well, then great. I don't want to see you in here in 311 days because you're a fraud. You're a phony. You're a fake. You're a loser. You're an incompetent piece of shit. Fuck you. It's as simple as that. You can't talk about the game now. What's going to change in 311 days? You're going to come in here and spam woke? Oh, wow, they banned Charlie Kirk. You know, what does that mean? Well, it means you need to get a job because Charlie Kirk had a job. Shit. I swear to God with these people. You need to learn how to communicate. Go back to high school. Go back to freaking college. And, hell, they should take the degree away from you because you obviously didn't earn it. My God. It's pathetic. So I can't wait around. We're breaking it down here. Hit the like button. There's one more like until 100 likes. Share the broadcast. Let's go. Can't wait all day out here. It's literally cold. If I'm doing these outside streams, I need you guys to start locking in, okay? We can sit all day inside and play that fucking Code Veronica bullshit, Code Violet bullshit. Nobody wants to see that garbage. That's a virus game, okay? We want to see the biggest entity in all of video, Grand Theft Auto 6. No one wanted to talk about Resident Evil, so why should I make another video on Resident Evil? For 5,000 people to view it and all the comments are, oh, Michael? That's not a discussion about the game. When I make a video, I want people to talk back about the video game. They can't seemingly do that. So why would I want to waste my time on another pointless Resident Evil 9 Requiem video when you guys have nothing to say about the game? That's not my fault. I'm not here to advertise the game. That's Capcom's job. So if you don't care enough, then why did you pre-order the game? See, you already played the shut up and take my money game. You lined up to the buffet. What a consumer. Could never be me. So here we go. The reality of the situation. You guys can go ahead and take this and put it on 4channel. Because my face isn't in it, so they'll definitely approve it. So here we go. The reality of the situation right now, this is where it stands right now in January of 2026. GTA 6 is still confirmed for release on November 19th, 2026. Now, that is a fact. Before we go to the next one here, folks, that is a fact. Okay, you can dispute the facts all you want, but it doesn't change that Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out, as we know right now, November 19th, 2026. Nothing has changed in that regard. That's the reality of the situation. I don't know how to make it more clear than that. Okay, I don't care what you heard. I don't care what you think you know. At the end of the day, this is what Rockstar is still saying as of this broadcast, January 12th, 2026. Could that change? Of course. But right now it hasn't. November 19th, 2026, GTA 6 is still confirmed for release. November 19th, 2026, okay? Lock in and kiss my ass. Here we go. The PlayStation 5 has been hacked and could get worse, okay? Now this is why. This is why. Huge reason why they cannot afford, in my opinion, to delay the game further. Because the PlayStation 5, and I do not care if you do not care about this topic, it doesn't change the reality that the PlayStation 5 has been hacked. I don't understand it fully, so I can't speak on it other than what we have heard. But clearly it's not a great thing for Sony or PlayStation or Rockstar Games for that matter. The PlayStation 5 has been hacked. And it could get worse by the time November 19th, 2026 rolls around in 311 days. Okay? I don't care if this is a tough conversation. Quit being a fucking pussy in here and man the fuck up. Your parents didn't raise you right because you're a man and you act like a pussy. You probably got a pussy instead of a dick. And that's fucking unreal. Wake the fuck up in here, you... I'm going to start banning everyone in here is what we're going to do. I need a fucking Chad audience. I need people that lift weights in the gym. I need a lot of testosterone in here where these motherfuckers are fucking loud and proud. Okay? That's what we fucking need. We need a fucking group of people that are tired of the fucking bullshit, plowing through the sludge, and willing to participate in a way that fucking makes sense. It's not that hard. This is the reality of the situation. And by the way, I know you're watching. I'm the CEO, not you. So here we go. GTA 6 is still confirmed for release on November 19th, 2026. Another fact, the PlayStation 5 has been hacked. To what extent, I don't understand. But it seems like it's on a hardware level. The PlayStation 5 has been hacked on a hardware level, and that seemingly could get worse in the coming days, weeks, and months because it's a hardware level hack. If you know more than me, that's great. However, that's what we know right now. And that is one of the biggest reasons on why this game has to release sooner rather than later. Because at the end of the day, homie, where is the support? I am muting the mic until I get support. It is 39 degrees Fahrenheit out here, and I know you guys are on the Celsius scale. I don't care. I'm telling you the temperature right now. You can convert it for free on Google.com or go to Ask Jeeves. 39 degrees Fahrenheit. Where is the support? Mike muted until we get support.
At Theon 1 Sai Super Chatted 35 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. I lift and go to the gym. Give them the reality.
What a fucking chat. Yeah, I know you do
viral
because I saw
meme.
your picture
You're
and you
not
look like a
losers.
fucking Chad. You look like Brock Lesnar. That's what we're talking about. You're buff and strong. You're not a pussy. And you're coming through and you're saving the broadcast as well. Great timing there. I thought that was going to be a 5, 10-minute, 15-minute break with these incels in here. But look at this. The Chad's coming through, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. The 111 is in the building, and he's coming through hard and strong and in a way that makes sense. He's out here lifting weights. He's out here pumping iron. It's what we love to see. The 111 is in the building, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. Utterly fantastic, and as such, the show has been saved. I think we just got you the lasers, but I can't remember. We're going to continue the broadcast here. This is the reality of the situation. GTA 6 is still confirmed for release on November 19th, 2026. Another fact, the PlayStation 5 has been hacked on a hardware level. To what extent does that fully mean? We obviously do not know at this point, but what we can say is that it could get worse. The PlayStation 5 hack could get worse in the coming days, weeks, and months. What does that mean for Grand Theft Auto 6? What does that mean for PlayStation? Not great news, to say the least. So they need to get this game out because of that sooner rather than later. So we come back over here. The reality of the situation continues to unfold. The AI race, okay? Look at this right here. No one's thought of this one because this is another problem for this game. The AI race. We don't know where AI is going to be in 9 months from now. I mean, we really don't. But presumably what we can say is that AI within 9 months from now is going to be drastically better. I think that's a fair thing to say. It's going to be drastically improved. It's going to be more streamlined. It's going to be smarter, more advanced, more efficient. And what does that mean? The AI race, more advanced than ever by November of 2026 here later this year. I'll tell you what it means. The potential to recreate this game becomes easier and easier and easier as every day goes by, as every week goes by, as every month goes by. They are racing against AI now, okay? And you can't outperform the machines. This is why back in the 80s, right, people had to manually put cars together, right? Maybe in the 50s, rather. But in, the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s maybe? Somewhere around there. The machines took over, right? Because they're more efficient. Less room for error. No feelings. No drama. When the machine can replace the human, it's over. Why wouldn't you hire robots that have no feelings, no drama, no room for error, the human is obsolete for the task. The AI race, they say AI bubble. I disagree. AI is here to stay, and you either get with it or get lost. These are the same people that would tell you that they're still on Windows 10, by the way. Well, you can stay on that vulnerable platform and be an idiot, or you can get with the times and be a Chad. We live in the future. We live in the now. And if you're stuck in the past, you're a pussy. It's as simple as that. So the reality of the situation stands right here. GTA 6 is still confirmed for release on November 19th, 2026, despite what you have heard within the last week or so. PlayStation 5 has been hacked on a hardware level, and that could get worse as the days progress here in 2026. Hopefully not, but we don't fully know the extent of that situation just yet, it seems. The AI capabilities are getting better. I don't care if you are not on board with AI. It is a reality. They are looking to build a data center here, and people are mad. They are afraid of change, even if it's change for the better. Okay, it's as simple as that. We are using AI right now to do this broadcast, whether we like it or not. It is integrated into the software and hardware, and there's nowhere to turn it off. So at the end of the day, in 5 to 10 years from now, even if the AI hype dwindles a little bit, it's still going to be in your everyday life, whether you know it or not. That's how it's going to be. AI is here to stay. And the AI race is becoming crazier and crazier and crazier. And hell, by this time next year, you might be able to fully recreate GTA 6 in AI. Of course, it's not going to be super advanced and super that fantastic, but there's going to be massive advancements in AI within just 6 months from now. That I could tell you. I think that's pretty obvious. Anyone with a brain could figure that one out. So that's another reason why Rockstar has to get this game out, because people are going to fabricate leaks that look even more believable and realistic than ever before due to AI. Okay? You're not understanding. PlayStation 5 has been hacked on a hardware level and could get worse. What does that really mean for this game and the PlayStation 5 itself? Well, it's certainly not great news. The AI race is really looking crazy. More advanced than ever by November of 2026. That is a fact as well. And last but not least, the new consoles could very well be right around the corner, assuming, of course, they don't get delayed because of AI. So with that said, the new consoles could be around the corner. Of course, the PlayStation 6 is in development. And what we've heard is that 2027, 2028 seems very likely that the PlayStation 6 could very well be a possibility if AI hasn't came in and ruined those plans. So what that means is that if they continue to wait and they continue to, let's say, push Grand Theft Auto 6 back to spring of 2027, you're pushing it up really close to that next new console that's coming out, obviously, closer to the release of Grand Theft Auto 6 than ever before. If they delay Grand Theft Auto 6 and push it to spring 2027 or hell, even fall 2027, you're really saying, hey, I'm going to lose so much money because these new consoles, no one's going to be able to afford them, right? They're $1,000+ for these PlayStation 6s, right? Presumably, if not more than that. And they're going to lose out on money. That's what they're going to do. They're going to lose out on money because the install base for the current PlayStation 5 and the Xbox are pretty high, right? They've been out for 6-7 years now. Look at this right here. The 111 is coming through. The 111.
They eat soybeans.
I know they do. They all voted for Hillary in here. It's very evident. They all voted for Hillary in here, and they want to act like they're Trump supporters, but they're certainly not. They all voted for Hillary in here. That's what they did. They probably endorsed Hillary in 2016, and when she lost, they were crying. It's a sad situation, but it is what it is. The 111 is in the building. What a chat. He's coming through, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. Two-time Tony Hawk combo, and he's coming through hard and strong. That we can certainly tell you. We're coming back over here. The reality of the situation has been fully unveiled. GTA 6 is still confirmed despite what you have heard for release on November 19th, 2026. The only way that's going to change is if it is from Rockstar Games themselves. PlayStation 5 has been hacked on a hardware level, and it could get worse, okay? This is not great news for PlayStation. This is not great news for Sony. This is certainly not great news for the upcoming Rockstar Games' GTA 6, Grand Theft Auto 6, the biggest entity in all of video. We heard the PlayStation 5 is potentially, according to the rumors, the lead platform for this game. So what does that really mean? Well, there's a lot of question marks, I'll say that. The AI race more advanced than ever before, than where it currently sits by November of 2026. New consoles around the corner. Rockstar Games has to get this out. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the mic on you, and I want you to argue why I'm wrong. Change my mind. I want you to say, Michael, I disagree. I think there is a possibility for them to potentially delay it, and here is why. So we'll wait. One person answered it. Two people answered the question. And let's read this one here because I know this guy's a real guy, not some loser. He says, I think there is a possibility to delay it because it is the biggest game in all of video, and investors and fans all alike will wait for it regardless of how many delays it gets. That is true. They will consume regardless of when it releases, yes. It don't matter. If they push it to 2030, it don't matter. They will consume it when the game does eventually release. So I agree on that standpoint. I agree in the sense that, yes, no matter when it comes out, people will consume. There's no questioning that, okay? Everyone will forget the delays when they have the game in their hands. It's as simple as that. However, in my opinion, they cannot afford to delay the game again because of these reasons. The PlayStation 5 has been hacked, okay? I don't know if there's anyone in here with knowledge of the situation to an extent that maybe can be explained better in the chat, but it's a hardware-level hack, and that's certainly not great news. Now, does that mean that it's totally jeopardized, that it's totally out? I don't fucking know. But it certainly isn't great news if those things are true, in the sense that they have more room to potentially hack it even further. It's a hardware-level hack from what we've understood, and that's certainly not great news. Not only for PlayStation and Sony in general, but this game itself. The AI race is becoming crazier, so that means more fake trailers, more fake screenshots that look even more believable, and that doesn't, it misrepresents the game. Someone's going to recreate the first 10 minutes of this game, this time closer to release, and it's going to look believable as hell. Really. If you get someone that knows how to use AI, they'll recreate the first 5 minutes of the game. They'll create the first 5 minutes of the game. It'll be obviously fake, but it'll look believable enough, especially if they know how to do it. And you know what? That's misrepresenting the game. Rockstar doesn't have a chance to show this off because AI is getting in the way. Everyone's making fake images. They're making fake videos that look believable. We've never hit this point. You're not understanding. You're taking technology for granted. Go to the Amish right now and have them talk to the AI. That's the reality show. That's going to get you 1 million fucking views. Go to the Amish and have them talk to the AI. And I'm talking about the real Amish, the ones that don't use technology in a modern sense. And they will be blown away, bro. I'm telling you right now, go to your grandma. Have her talk to AI. She's going to be blown away. She's going to be looking at the AI and thinking she just got a brand new friend because it's that believable and it's that realistic. AI is going to get better. AI is here to stay. In the next 20 to 30 years, there will be no schools. There will be no hospitals. AI is taking over everything. The human is irrelevant because the machine can perform and be more efficient with critical no errors. That's what's going to happen in the next 30, 40, 50 years. No hospitals, no schools anymore. Everyone is rich. That's the reality of the situation. To not want this, to not cheer for this, doesn't make any sense. You guys are already sitting on that couch doing nothing as it is, so why don't you want to let the robot take over? GTA 6 still confirmed for release on November 19th, 2026. The PlayStation 5 has been hacked on a hardware level, and it could get worse. What does that mean for this game? Well, you can answer that question in the chat if you knew how to participate, but obviously you guys don't. The AI race is becoming more advanced than ever by November of 2026, and the new consoles, we heard a couple of years ago that the new consoles, and of course this might not be on the roadmap now because things have changed pretty drastically, but the new consoles were supposed to come out late 2027, maybe 2028, at least some of the Xbox stuff, because it's already been 6 or 7 years. It's been 6, 7 years since the PlayStation 5. It's been 6 years, I believe, since the PlayStation 5 came out. I haven't played one good game on that console, but nonetheless, it's here. And it's been here for 6 years. And we're still waiting for that one good game, and I think Grand Theft Auto 6 might be that one full next-generation game that we've been waiting for years and years and years. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it has been out for 6 years now. And these consoles are starting to show their age. That I can tell you. The hardware is it's weak sauce. It's weak sauce. So a console refresh is bound to happen sooner rather than later. At a certain point, it has to happen, right? It just does. They're not pushing the new consoles back to 2030. That's ridiculous. And there will be new Xbox hardware. I don't care what Dreamcast guy says. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's a grifter, okay? He likes to say Xbox is dead every week so he can get some views. And it's been dead for how long? Xbox has been dead for how long? And it's still, I still see it being sold at the store, so I guess Xbox is still alive, but it's also dead, by the way. I don't know. Make it make sense. This is the reality of the situation. You guys can't figure it out. Rockstar has to release this game. There's no more delays unless absolutely... There's no more delays for this game. Period. End of story. Okay? So now is the time to start saving up. Now is the time to start locking in, thinking about saving up $60, $70 because obviously you guys can't afford that. You got how many days? 311 days to save up $60, $70 to be able to buy this game on your PlayStation 5. If you want to go all out, potentially the PlayStation 5 Pro, from what we've heard from the rumors, is going to be the best place to play this game with potential option of 60 frames. Yeah, there were multiple opportunities for you to buy a PlayStation 5 Pro, and I'm not shilling it for you. I'm just saying it was at $649 just about 3 or so weeks ago, and you had that opportunity to get it at a low price, and now it's back up to $749. And with the memory prices going up and stuff like that, I mean, shit, they might even raise the price up to $800. And you could have got a great deal on that PlayStation 5 Pro, especially when you need it in 311 days to experience the best version of this game possible. You have to understand, this game is releasing on 2 platforms. Grand Theft Auto 6 is releasing on 2 platforms, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series. 2 platforms, 3 consoles, that's it. You're not getting anything else other than that. 2 platforms, 3 consoles. Actually, more than that. PlayStation 5, PlayStation 5 Pro, 4 consoles, 2 platforms. Xbox and PlayStation, 2 platforms, Xbox and PlayStation, 4 consoles, PlayStation 5, base PlayStation 5, PlayStation 5 Pro, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S. 4 consoles, 2 platforms, that's it. No computer release date, no Nintendo Switch 2. This is where it stands as of this. And you guys are not getting it. You're not understanding it. If you don't have a next-generation console, you got time, but it's not going to be easy to find a next-generation console well, current gen, I don't know why we're saying next generation console. Current generation console, PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series console in 311 days. These are going to be like hot commodity items, okay? This is going to be like COVID all over again. You won't be able to walk into a store and buy a PlayStation 5 in 311 days. You won't. They're going to be sold out. Little Johnny wants the PlayStation 5 to play Grand Theft Auto 6. They didn't upgrade, right? A lot of people are still on PlayStation 4. Millions and millions of people are still on PlayStation 4. You wouldn't believe the number. You can look it up. It's pretty high. And this is the final conversion to get over to the PlayStation 5. Grand Theft Auto 6. You need the console to play it. The biggest video game of all time. All your coworkers are talking about it at work. Of course, you wouldn't know anything about that because you don't have a job. But if you're in school, which you probably are, and hopefully you're going to school, so you can get some of that education and learn how to put together a sentence and an independent clause and a dependent clause and things like that. But motherfucking ass, because it is as a sentence. You know that, right? It is as a sentence. That's a full, complete sentence. But here's the reality of this, because I went to school. I remember him saying that. That's about all we remember, actually. So, nonetheless, hopefully you're staying in school and you're getting that. But everyone at school is going to be talking about this in 311 days. When Trailer 3 comes out, less than that, it's over. You're not understanding. It's over. They have to put this game out sooner rather than later. You can't even argue otherwise because it makes 0 sense at this point in the game. I mean, it really does. It really does. You could argue that, well, they need more time to polish it up. Well, Michael, they said it wasn't content complete. Doesn't matter. Red Dead Redemption 2, go look up how long they were working on that game, all the way up until, I think, fucking September or some shit like that. They were working on the game, I would assume, August or September. So they were working on it all the way up until they probably had to press the discs and get that out. Actually, longer than that, the digital version, so they had to get those patches ready. But the disc version they had to seal that off at a certain point. You're not understanding. They have to get this game out. We got AI advancements rapidly increasing. We got PlayStation 5s that are now being fully hacked on a hardware level, and it could get way worse. They might be able to hack into the GTA Online, GTA 6 Online, by the time that comes out, which we don't even know when that's coming out. That'll probably be, in my opinion, fall 2027. And I think that's what's best. I think fall 2027 for Grand Theft Auto Online 2.0. And that way you give a lot of breathing space for the base version of the game. And that way it can be as great as possible. And you have a second hype wave, a massive second hype wave for this game. So I'm going to say fall 2027 for Grand Theft Auto 6 Online. And this is where it kills the entire games industry. And other publishers are watching this stream right now, if they were, and they would be applauding. They would be saying, yes, Michael, we want you to be right, and we want this game to come out November 19th, 2026, so then we can plan our game around the reality of this dropping. This is like the comet that hit the motherfucking planet Earth and the dinosaurs went extinct, okay? It's over. And that's what's going to happen with all these other games. The entire landscape is changing, okay? This is not Grand Theft Auto 5 over again, okay? And I mean that in terms of quality. You're not getting a cut and paste of Grand Theft Auto 5. Guys, that's a PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 game. The architect of that game is from that era, and you can see it when you play it. It's an old, outdated game. It really is, and it needs a total rehaul, and that's what you're going to get with Grand Theft Auto 6. You go look at the leaked gameplay footage. You got Jason on the ground, prone. Don't know if that's going to be the final game, but if that's the level of detail we're talking, that's already a massive step forward. If you can get prone on the ground, just like you could in Assassin's Creed Shadows from the very first time in Assassin's Creed, Shadows, you can go prone, and that added a lot of diversity to the gameplay. So I think if Ubisoft can figure that out, I certainly hope that Rockstar Games can figure that out as well. Now, obviously, their open world is way more complex and sophisticated, and we've heard rumors that has actually been cut, but until I see that being cut in the game, in my opinion, it's still there because, well, fucking Ubisoft was able to figure it out, so, Rockstar should be able to figure it out as well. So the point is that you have to get your game out before this game drops. Every game needs to start. Wolverine's done. Okay, Wolverine is done. They have to push that up, in my opinion, because if they really believe that Wolverine has a chance, well, they're out of their mind. It's as simple as that. And I understand Marvel's big and all this crap. Not big enough. Wolverine is, and no one's talking about this, Wolverine is, where's the support today? I am out here getting chills. It is cold out here, and you guys are not stepping up to the plate. How are we supposed to do this? There is not one other streamer that is doing this right now on the internet. Prove me wrong. Send me the link. You know my email. Prove me the fuck wrong. Show me one person that's outside right now talking about the world of video games, and especially in this weather. I mean, I'd love for you to figure that out. I'd love for you to really get that. It doesn't exist. Where is the support? You'll support little old Michael in that fucking basement, but my God, as soon as he comes outside, you can't relate because your fat ass didn't step outside of the fucking basement at all today, did you? You don't even know what fucking outside looks like. Well, you're a pathetic incel. That's what you are. Daddy's certainly not fucking proud of what you become. You become a fucking pussy is what you become. You need to go to the gym and lift some fucking weights, you fucking pussy. I swear to God, that's what these people need to do. It starts with the gym. And I'll go to the gym too. If you go to the gym, I'll go to the gym because we got to lose weight. We went on the scale recently, and it's not great. This is not great. This is why we're out of breath. We're very unhealthy, but because you guys got me locked in that basement playing these games, terrible games, by the way, for 8 hours a day. That's a death sentence. I'm not going to sit there and play these trash-ass games for 8 hours a day because you guys want to sit there and go, oh, my God, Michael, our creators. Our creators. Shut your bitch ass up and go watch fucking Peanut, you dumbass. I ain't playing no dumbass Arc Raiders trash. Like, that game's trash. Garbage. It's for woke losers. Go look at the top played games on PlayStation 5. The chart just came out. Arc Raiders is low on the list. Failure. It's a computer game for incels and a bunch of fucking streamers that are contracted to play the game, or their agency says, you know, this would be a good fit for your fucking broadcasts in the month of January since things are quiet. There's no genuine, actual excitement for Arc Raiders. It's a dead game. They're being paid to play it at this point. I mean, clearly there's an incentive somewhere. Maybe not directly from the devs, but there's obviously an incentive to fucking play it. All these big streamers are mysteriously playing this game 24/7. The game isn't that good, bro. The game has no end game. The game isn't that good. There's no way. There's absolutely no way that they're genuinely sitting down and saying, what do I want to play today? They don't want to play Arc Raiders. Believe me, they don't want to play Arc Raiders. That was a one-hit wonder game that will be completely dead by September, in my opinion. Unless they have a fantastic roadmap that they're secretly working on and they're going to unveil soon, Arc Raiders will be dead by September. Halloween, the video game, is going to have more fucking players. Maybe not on computer, but Halloween, the video game, is going to be really big. This is going to be bigger than Dead by Daylight. This is going to be bigger than Friday the 13th, the video game. This is going to be bigger than the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is Halloween. It's Michael Myers. It's John Carpenter. This is what they've been trying to put together for years and years and years, and they finally managed to get it going. So Halloween, the video game, when that releases in September, is going to be massive, and we will be playing that very much so until we get bored of it. And it might only last a week or so, but or at least until Halloween. But we're going to have a lot of fun with it, and because we're into that stuff, and I don't care if you're not. So that game will be more popular than Arc Raiders when that drops, and everyone will be streaming that, and it's going to be crazy. You're looking at a Friday the 13th, but even bigger than that, because more people know of Michael Myers than Jason Voorhees. So by design, the game is automatically going to be bigger. They made a Michael Myers game. Wow. Jason Voorhees, they haven't made a fucking movie since, 2009, 15, 16 years ago? The last Halloween movie came out in 2022. More people know of Michael Myers. More people know which franchise made more money. Which franchise is more popular? It's Michael Myers. It's Halloween. That's the reality of the situation. So as such, by that alone, the game is going to sell bonkers. because more people know Michael Myers, an iconic horror icon. Came before Jason Voorhees, by the way. Jason Voorhees was a ripoff of that kind of genre. And I will say that Michael Myers was a ripoff of Black Christmas by Bob Clark. John Carpenter ripped his ass off. And I would argue that Bob Clark did a better job with his thriller slasher than John Carpenter could. That I could tell you. But nonetheless, we got Michael Wilson in here with the 15-month membership. And he says, you bleed for us, you sacrifice for us, yet these low IQ incels in this chat don't want to donate. That's what I'm saying. I mean, they can't figure it out. They can't figure it out. Well, that means we have to go back into the basement. I mean, I'm not going to come out here in this cold weather. And today's an above average day. It's going to get way colder out here. But there's no snow, so I said, well, we can come out here. But I will tell you that if they can't figure it out, then they're going to force us back in the basement, and we're going to put on more weight, and that's not great. Because sitting out here burns calories, I'll tell you that. With you incels, it really does. So we got Michael Wilson coming through with a 15-month loyalty badge. Where are the members, and where are the mods? It's all gray usernames today. It's all gray usernames today. You literally wanted this game to get delayed. So therefore, we got to ban you. We got to ban you. We got to ban you. Because you guys are mad that I don't have a bad news here today. That's what you guys wanted me to say, that, yeah, the game's trash, it's delayed. And what is with this hate fantasy? You know, like, really? You guys are... AAA gaming is dead, by the way. It's always been dead. I've been covering video games for how long? Since 2011. I told you in 2011 these games were dying. This ain't nothing new, bud. This ain't nothing new. If you were 25 years old, 30 years old when Super Mario came out, and you looked at the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 era, you probably said the same thing. Oh, these modern games are trash. I miss the old Mario days, the 8-bit graphics, the 16-bit graphics. It's the same exact freaking argument. It is a generational thing. But I told you in 2011 that gaming was dead. I told you in 2011 that gaming was dead, and you didn't want to listen. L.A. Noire sucks. And the reason why it sucks, and we showed you exactly why L.A. Noire sucks. And you guys wanted to get on your knees and, oh, L.A. Noire, oh my God, L.A. Noire. L.A. Noire, by the way. Well, it's a terrible game. You know, I mean, it's a linear game, and I think it excels in that regard. But in terms of open world, it's a snooze fest. There's nothing to do in the open world, and your choices don't really matter. You know, it's just one of those games where it's just kind of, you know. Now, looking back on L.A. Noire, I think it's better than most games that come out today. I will give it that credit, and we can look at it with a different lens now because we're fucking a boomer now. And, you know, that game came out in 2011, so you can do the math there. But, you know, we can look at it through a different lens now, and I can probably appreciate it a lot more because we're a little bit, you know, we could take some of these games a little bit easier now and things like that. But at the end of the day, gaming fell off when The Last of Us 1 came out on the PlayStation 3. That's when gaming died, okay? I'm not trolling, because I can't even think of a game that came out before The Last of Us Part 1 that was actually that terrible. Now, there were some games, but The Last of Us 1 came out in what, 2011? When was The Last of Us Part 1, that came out, what, 2012, 2013? It was somewhere around there. 2011 or 2012 or 2013, The Last of Us Part 1 came out, and it destroyed gaming forever because they looked at it and they said, oh, wow, we can cut and paste this formula, over-the-shoulder, third-person cinematic slop, and cut and paste it into every game, and now they turned God of War into a pussy, right? You know, I mean, that game used to be for edgy incels, and that's what gamers are. They're edgy incels. They're losers. And you have to understand your demographic. And it's like, yeah, gamers are incels. Gamers are losers. Gamers are jobless. They have no future. So let's make that fucking game for them. I'm for the gamer, but I understand the gamer. I understand where the gamer's at. These corporations don't understand that gamers are incels. They put their finger in their butt and they smell their poop. That's what gamers do. They're a disgrace to society. So let's make them fucking garbage-ass software that they'll fucking eat up like the consumer pigs that they are. That's how you make a great video game. And I hate to say it like that, but it's just like, well, at least I understand the fucking gamer audience. I'll give you guys the 500-hour video game. And I'll ensure that my team works on this 500-hour video game. And by 498 hours in, you're still going to be seeing something new. That is my promise and my guarantee. But they don't understand it. They could never figure that out. And that's why these games are trash, okay? Because they're made for these celebrity fucking endorsements. You know, it's made by these ex-Hollywood writers and these wannabe fucking... What the hell's going on here? It's a sad situation. It's a sad situation. Yep. They ruined God of War, and they turned that into... I don't even know what that is. I mean, really, honestly, when you look at that, it's just like, how could anyone say that that is good? You know, first of all, it's a Resident Evil 4 ripoff, over the shoulder, third person, and every game ripped off of that, which, you know, they were a little late to the party there. God of War came out in what, 2018 rather. God of War 2018, that came out then. God of War 2018, they're a little late to the party. Resident Evil 4 came out in 2005. Do the math there. I mean, my God. And then they just copied that cinematic storytelling bullshit where you can't skip the cutscenes, and the cutscenes are integrated into the gameplay mechanics, and it's just so terrible. And you play the old God of War games, and you were a god. You were a fucking badass motherfucker. You got a rough day at work, you come home, rough day at school, you come home, you pop in God of War, you fucking mash the pressure-sensitive buttons on the PlayStation 2 controller, and you see the blood, you see the guts, you see Kratos in action, and he's this badass Greek god. You know what I mean? You're literally fucking bitches in God of War. And now what are you doing? Putting on the fucking COVID mask and taking the vaccine? That's what you're doing. It's trash. Anyone that shills the new God of War is a loser. Junk. Nothing like the old games. You have to understand your audience, and you have to understand that gamers are incels. And that's not a knock. It's just the way it is. I don't care if it's a stereotype. At the end of the day, if you want to make a great game, you have to understand that, yes, I've been on that side. I've been in my poopy pants. I've been eating Doritos all day. I've been on unemployment. That's what you have to understand. And that's where these gamers are at. They're no-life losers. They're never going to get pussy. They're never going to get laid. They're never going to find a real career. They're fucking incels. So let's give them the fucking incel game, and here you go. And that's going to be a 10 out of 10. Best video game developer in the business. That's how you make the fucking game. And I hate to say it like that, but it's just true. Because honestly, if you had gamers that weren't like that, then they're not gamers anymore. You can't have a real life and play video games all day, because that's not how it works. You're too busy at your career. You're too busy doing this, that, and the third. You got no time for anything to sit down and play these games, and that's the reality of the situation. So you want to make a game for the gamer, you have to get dirty, you have to get grungy, and you have to get right into it. And that's what they don't understand. That's what they never will understand. Now, they used to understand that because the people that used to make these games were fucking nerds themselves. They were engineers. They put their finger up their butt and they smelled their ass and they said, damn, it smells great. And that's what they did. And then they put their little expertise, them fucking nerdy-ass brains, and they were like, C++, C++. And they knew that no one was going to say it was woke. They knew that no one was going to say, wow, this game is violent and it's graphic. Who cares? You know, the gamers are having fun. So that's what happened. You had a bunch of guys in the fucking basement. They were putting together what they wanted to see, and that's how it worked. Now, you can't do that because they came in, the suits came in with the checklist, and they said you got to make sure it has accessibility options. You got to make sure it doesn't offend anyone. You got to make sure it, you know, it doesn't rock the boat in any stretch, by any stretch of the imagination. So you can't rock the boat with your game. Nothing edgy, nothing that's going to make people mad because it's going to affect our bottom dollar. So here, son, ship it. You know, and that's how it works. That's how it works. These engineers are guinea pigs. They do what they're told. They're slaves. But this is going to change with AI because when you can input an idea and the AI, you don't have to hire an engineer. The engineer is unemployed now because the AI has taken over the engineer, okay? If I want to make a game where I air my motherfucking tire up I could say, hey, let's make a motherfucking game where I click on the motherfucking air pumper and it blows up the tire. Boom. I don't need to hire someone to make that game. It's made for me. And it's going to get better and better and better sooner rather than later. It's over. That we could tell you. But you guys don't care. You guys are not listening. And I need you guys to start waking up. You guys are not listening in here. It's as simple as that. You have wiped your ass and you smelt it and you said, you know what? It smells like shit. And that's where the gamer stands. Okay? You have to make gamers for the game. You have to make the games for the gamers. It's as simple as that. And as soon as these people understand that, you'll get great games again. Where is the support today? Terrible support today. I'm seeing a bunch of losers in here that are members elsewhere, and they're not members in here. Why should we keep you in our chat? We don't have to play nice. Why should we keep you in here? When you want to support terrible content, you could be supporting Kino. Because in 311 days, we're going to show you the reality of the situation in regards to Grand Theft Auto 6. And the Rockstar devs need to understand that this is the game. This is it. You want to live your life in Vice City through a virtual escape. That's all this is. And if they can fulfill that fantasy, it's a 10 out of 10. Okay? If they can fulfill the fantasy of living in a believable Vice City, unlike ever before, it's a 10 out of 10. It don't matter if the cutscenes are trash. It don't matter if the game storyline is woke. That all can be skipped. Okay? If the gameplay in and of itself and the immersion level and the factor is all very high, it's a 10 out of 10 on this game. And you guys are not understanding that. When are you going to wake up? 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 It's not a comedy show in here, but what is a comedy show is about ready. I'm going to start timing out. I'm going to start timing these people out. The Bears are going to the Super Bowl. Cope and seethe. When are you going to get a job, Bert? When are you going to get a job? Because we need some support in here. Archive 82 is understanding.
Archive 82
He's coming through. Two-time Tony Hawk combo.
Once you go mainstream, the hobby is gone. It's all about businesses chasing the money.
Yep. And that's fine as long as they put out a great quality game. You know, if I hired developers that were not passionate, but I knew they knew what they were doing, it doesn't matter. You know, I mean, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And that's where it stands. We don't have to wait around for developers any longer. Because in the next 5 to 10 years, if AI progresses at this rate, we will be able to create. I already said the PlayStation 7. The PlayStation 7 is going to be this box that is unlike anything that you've ever seen before. And you're going to basically turn it on, and here's what it's going to be. The PlayStation 7, and I need you to understand this because you can come back to this when it happens. There will be a PlayStation 7. And what the PlayStation, maybe not in a console form, but I think it still will be. But the PlayStation 7 is going to be, this is really crazy. You're going to turn the PlayStation 7 on, not the PlayStation 6. The PlayStation 7, maybe the PlayStation 8, but I think the PlayStation 7 is definitely going to be the gateway. The PlayStation 7 is going to be a box you turn on, and it will feed you a game that it thinks you like, that was created on the box before you turned it on. And I don't know how to explain that, but it's basically like the YouTube system here. YouTube is feeding you videos that it thinks you like. Look at this right here. Joshua Trump, the chat's coming through.
Want to live your life in a virtual world instead of
Look at this
putting
right
it
here.
in real life. GTA fans are as bad as the Japanese incels.
Oh,
Very
Lord.
sad.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, it really is a sad situation. That GTA RP stuff is really a sad situation. I could never sit around and play that all day. I mean, but I mean, if they're making money off of it or they're making content or something, I guess that's a little different. But some of these losers just sit around all day on that GTA Online stuff, and it's just it's something that, I mean, it can never be me. You know what I mean? It can never be me. Joshua Trump is in the building and he's plowing through. Look at this right here. Unsels is coming through. I think that's a 3-time Tony Hawk combo.
Super chatted 50. Check Karan. Either get a job or get on the disability welfare.
That's what we're talking about.
It's
No
time to
excuses. Get the
support.
fucking skateboard
No
out. Film some
excuses.
videos. Make some money
Skateboard
off of that.
emoji.
You could become the next
Skateboard
Tony Hawk.
emoji.
You could become the next Tony Hawk. It's as simple as that. But getting back to what we were saying, Unsels is coming through with a 3-time Tony Hawk combo. Joshua, the PlayStation 7. It's getting cold out here. That sun's going down. The PlayStation 7 is a box that you turn on, and every day before you go to bed, it creates games for you that are curated specifically and exclusively for you. And you don't have to think about what you want to play. It knows what you want to play based off of how YouTube works, right? YouTube knows what you want to watch. They know that through their metrics. They know what you click on, why you click on it, how long you click on it for. They have all the data in the world. So they have a system that feeds you videos just like mine. It puts it out and says, hey, would you like to watch World Class? And you're probably like, no, but you still fucking click on it because you're an incel. And look, that's where it is going to be for the PlayStation 7. The PlayStation 7 will have a system and an algorithm that AI generates fully 3D open world games, PlayStation 4 level graphics, PlayStation 4 fidelity. Overnight, you get free games that are curated for you, and you can subscribe to asset packs, the Naughty Dog asset pack. You can this is coming to fruition. You can subscribe to the Rockstar Games asset pack, and they will license out their assets, their textures, within a certain, reasonable. And this is what it's going to do. Okay? It is going to be generating 3D open world games on the level of PS4 games overnight. So when you turn your game on, you hit the PlayStation button, there's a whole brand new game for you. You didn't even input anything. It knows what you want based off of when you first turned the console on and answered some questions. Boom. That's the PlayStation 7, potentially the PlayStation 8. Watch and see. You can come back to this video, come back to this clip in 5 to 10 years, and you're going to be like, holy fuck, this guy was a prophet. That's where this is going, and you can't see it right now, but I just told you the future of gaming. I told you the future of gaming, okay? It's as simple as that. The future of gaming is you turn your PlayStation 7 on, your PlayStation 8 on, and it curates a fully 3D open world. And we're not talking something chintzy. We're talking something that's actually worth playing. The level of quality of maybe an Uncharted game or something to that extent. And you didn't have to do a damn thing. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. You're not understanding. I'm not against it at all. I'm not against it at all. That's what needs to happen, because we can't wait around for manual labor. Manual labor is slow and inefficient. These guys take 15 years to make one video game, bro. It's obsolete. The formula is obsolete. We need, and this will be all on the PlayStation side of things. It'll be local PlayStation 7 hardware and the cloud as well, working together to formulate a game overnight, to generate a couple of games overnight, as long as you're maybe subscribed to PlayStation Plus or these separate PlayStation subscriptions where it's just like, okay, if you want your PlayStation 7 to generate a game like Naughty Dog and you can utilize their assets within the PlayStation 7, you can subscribe to the Naughty Dog AI pack, and you can get textures and models and things like that, design language. You're not understanding, but I'm telling you, Shadow of Yarn's in the building with a 16-month membership. Never question world class. Michael knows what he's talking about. What's your guess on the file size for GTA 6? Hopefully it's as big as possible. I want a 500-plus gigabyte game. Now, I know that's not going to happen, but I want the biggest and best video game of all time. So I don't care how big it is. So 500 plus gigabytes would be awesome. I'd be jumping up and down because then I would know, like, yeah, this game's fucking serious, and they got some real meat on that bone that it's going to take a long time to chew through. So, but it's not. It's going to be probably around 150, 140 gigs. I don't think 200. I think that's way too steep. It'll be around there, 140, 150, maybe 160 or 70, but. It's not going to be 200. I don't think there's a game that's 200 right now. That's a single-player game anyway. I think Star Wars Jedi Survivor is pretty high up there. It's 180 gigs or something like that. But I don't think it's going to be abnormally high. I think it'll be high, but I don't think it'll be that high. But ideally we do want a massive game. We want a 500 gigabyte game. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Red Dead Redemption 3, GTA 6. So what about this PlayStation 7 idea? Let's go ahead and get you up. I need the mods to get in here. Anyone with MACKEL in the username gets banned immediately. Yeah, we're not doing that. It's not an old Michael situation. It's called get a job and stop wiping your ass. You are kind of behind the simulation thing where you're already living in one. The graphics are good. Okay, you need to get off the drugs because you're an incel. No one listened at all. No one listened at all to the PlayStation 7 and PlayStation 8 idea. Well, that's great because you don't care. I don't understand what you're missing about this concept here. When you open up an app, it serves you content. Very seldom are you looking for something. In 2026. I mean, you could still use the search bar, and, a lot of these incels in here, of course, do. But most people don't. They scroll, and it gets... The algorithms are so smart, it knows what it wants. It knows what you want. It knows how to retain your watch time. That's what's coming over to the PlayStation 7. They're building algorithms that are going to curate 3D open-world games on the PlayStation 4 level of fidelity. And we're not talking about chintzy AI games that you play for 5 minutes and like, oh, it's a cool novelty game. No. We're talking a fully 3D game that will generate overnight, and it will compute through the cloud and locally, and then you can save it to your device. You could save it to the PlayStation 7, and then that way when you wake up, there's a whole brand new game generated for you. And this is smart because you'll be able to share these games. These games will be going viral because of what your PlayStation created. And then you can share the game with other players. And then if PlayStation says this is a really good game, they can maybe certify it, and then it will become available on the brand new PlayStation Store. This is unheard of. This is next level. You're not understanding, and I wish you could get on the level. But I'm telling you, this will be likely, we'll be really close to this idea because that's where gaming is going. Gaming, the way they're doing games right now, and the way, and of course, we're not talking in the next 5 or so years. We're talking maybe 15 or so years from now, 20 years from now, maybe a little less than that. But, it's going to take some time for this to really come into fruition, especially with these memory shortages and stuff like that. But things are going to be changing rapidly. That I can tell you. Things are going to be changing very much so. But with the way they're developing games right now, it's an obsolete thing, and the humans are inefficient. I mean, they're taking 20 years to put out one game. AI can be churning out these games that are just better within a lot less time. And, that could be the surprise. That could be the surprise for Grand Theft Auto 7. Grand Theft Auto 7, and the former Rockstar engineer said this too, Grand Theft Auto 7 actually could release sooner rather than later because of the advancements in AI. Now, he might be an AI guy, and a lot of people aren't on AI. They're afraid of it. They don't know what it is. They don't understand it. And it's just a sad situation because... they look at it from a negative perspective and a negative doom and gloom point, like, it's just going to take our job. And it's like, well, what job did you have where it was going to take over? Because you don't have a job to begin with. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I hope it. Look at this right here. Straight up, Brando's coming through, and he's coming through.
At straight up Brando super chat is $10. No way they'd reach above 200. I give them about 160 to 200
Straight up Brando's
gigabytes.
coming through.
Look
The
at Call of
veteran of the
Duty and that game is
broadcast.
packed with pointless slop. Look at what Rockstar did with 2013 hardware for RDR2.
Look at this right here. Straight up Brando, the
World-class
veteran of the
tape.
broadcast. Oh. The veteran of the broadcast, straight up, Brando is in the building and he's plowing through hard and strong and in a way that makes sense. He's been in here since at least early 2021, if not earlier than that, and he has seen the ups and downs. He is a veteran mod. He is a veteran member. He is a veteran supporter. He is a veteran fan, and he is coming through, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. You love to see it. Straight up Brando, swinging for the fences here. And he says right here, let's go ahead. We got a master class here from Straight Up Brando. He says, no way they'd reach above 200. I give them about 160 to 200. Look at Call of Duty, and that game is packed with pointless slop. Look what Rockstar did with 2013 hardware for Red Dead Redemption 2. World-class take. That's what I'm saying. These people are crazy with these numbers. I mean, it's just like they can't make the game past a certain amount. I mean, we're just not there quite yet, and especially with Xbox Series S, I don't think... how big is the SSD on the Series S? It's not that big. It's like 500 gigabytes, ain't it? Let me go ahead and Google that because, of course, you guys ain't going to know. So let's go ahead and type it in. Xbox Series S. How big is the hard drive? The hard drive is 500 gigs. You know. Well, there's your answer right there. The game is, for all we know, is still coming out on Series S, and the default SSD before you buy external storage is 500 gigs. So you put GTA 6 on your thing and you only got one game. I don't know. So there you go right there. Straight up Brando is in the building. The AI bubble will burst soon. I disagree. There's no bubble. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know what the fuck. I really don't understand. What's the bubble? That people aren't going to hype it up anymore? That's a fad? Nope. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. They're literally looking to build a data center here, an AI data center in this hick town. It's over. The machines are taking over in 20 years. You might not even see it, but it'll happen. It's over. I mean, people in 100 years from now are going to look back and laugh at this shit and say, wow, these people fucking live like the caveman. I mean, honestly, can you imagine in 100 years, we'll all be dead by then, but in 100 years from now, bro, let's do this math. What year is it? 2026. 100 years from now, that would make it 20. How do you do math? 2026 plus 100. I'm going to have to go to the calculator here. This is why we need AI. We need AI into our brain. The neural fucking chip in our brain. Because if they can make us smarter, then that's fantastic. Wouldn't you want that? I mean, if you're, shit. 2026 plus 100, how many? I really don't know. I guess it would be 2126, right? 2126. We're going to go with that. I think that sounds right. 2126. People from 2126 will be looking back. And bro, I mean, you know what I mean? People 100 years from now will be looking back and they'll be like, wow, these people were still working jobs and stuff like that. And it's just like, this was the Stone Age. And it's just, 100 years from here, motherfucking Titanic was sinking, right? 1912. Well, that's over 100 years. The Titanic was sinking in 1912. So we hit the anniversary in 1912. 2022. 2022, right? 2022 was the 100th anniversary of the Titanic. Well, nonetheless, it was about 100 years ago at one point. And the Titanic, I mean, that's where we were. The technology, they couldn't get help. Motherfucking thing sunk. They shut out the flares or whatever. But, these days, that would have been preventable because of the technology we had. And they found the shipwreck in 1985. Something like that, right? The billionaires went down there with their beater 1980 technology, and they found a motherfucking ship. They didn't even discover this shit for how long? Do the math. 1912 to 1985. I mean, that's like 40 or 50 years right there. You know what I mean? That's like 40 or 50 years right there before they found the shipwreck. And it's just like, well, that's where the technology brought them to. So it's just like, bro, in 100 years from now, I mean, let's say 200 years ago, 200 years ago from today, where does that put us? 1826? Here, let's do this math. 2026 minus 200, 1826. Look at that. We're actually great at math. 1826. I want a picture of 1826. That motherfucking Constitution. 1826 year picture. What's that looking like? What's 1826? Who the fuck is John Adams? Thomas Jefferson, by the way. What the fuck? Thomas Jefferson was alive. I thought the cavemen were around then. What the fuck? When did the caveman start? 1826? Well, nonetheless, I mean, if they were to look into the future in 200 years, I mean, look at where we're at right now. If you were to bring someone into the future and from 1826 and they were to come into 2026, they'd be blown away. And I said, if you go to the Amish that doesn't have technology and you bring the AI to them, they would be blown away. You can go to your grandma and you can show her the AI and she'd be blown away too, but you guys can't be bothered to get outside of that basement. So it's really a sad situation. That we could tell you. It's a sad situation. You guys need to start locking in. Where is the support? Hit the like button, share the broadcast. I said 200 likes. I will gift out 5 memberships because seemingly no one can do that yet. They were so on board with gifting out memberships in December, and now all of a sudden we can't be bothered to gift out memberships. So I'm going to come through because no one else wants to come through, and I'm going to be gifting out my 5 memberships if we can hit 200 likes. But luckily today it doesn't seem like we're going to have to do that because we're not even at 150 likes because you guys are not listening. GTA 6 is coming out this year. I don't care if you don't agree. I don't care if you think I'm wrong. When I'm right, I want you to come in here and apologize. Because you guys are on this hate fantasy delay hype train because you guys are fake gamers and you want to doom and gloom some more. And I'm not interested in that. I want to sit down with Grand Theft Auto 6 with the beef jerky and with the pizza. And I want to do the scratch and sniff. And that's what we want to do. So I want to do that sooner rather than later, and I do believe that it is coming out. And, of course, there's still a possibility for it to get pushed back into 2027, but I don't think that's what's wise for Rockstar Games or for PlayStation or Sony or Xbox or any. It's just not wise to continue to push it back. You're continuing to push the expectations higher. You're continuing to wait around for this ever-evolving industry to continue to change. I mean, it's just not looking great. I have the reasons on the screen. I had them on the screen earlier, and I told you guys to print screen, put it over on 4channel, and get them going because you guys are not listening. My face isn't in it, so they'll go ahead and allow it on there. Look at this right here, the reality of the situation. GTA 6 is still confirmed for release on November 19th, 2026. That is an undisputable fact, folks. GTA 6 is still confirmed for release on November 19th, 2026. PlayStation 5 has been hacked on a hardware level. We don't understand the full extent of that, but I think that will become more clear as time goes by, and it could get worse. And AI is becoming more advanced, of course, as the days go by and the weeks and the months. So what that means is that there's going to be more fake images, fake trailers, fake this, fake that, that was generated and even more realistic than ever before by AI. And that's not a great look for Rockstar Games because how can you advertise something that normies believe? If your grandma is scrolling on Facebook, does she know what AI is? She probably doesn't. And she's going to get confused and she's going to think an AI picture is a real picture. So that's what's going to happen with this game because gamers are a little clueless and they're lazy because they do that scratch and sniff 24/7. Could never be me, but nonetheless, that's what they're doing. So they'll scroll and they'll see a fake AI image on their phone and they'll say, oh my God, that's Rockstar Games Grand Theft Auto 6. And it's not. But they will think it is because, they either want to believe it or they've been told it was a brand new leak and it's fake. So you have AI misrepresenting your game that you work so hard on. You have to put it out sooner rather than later because someone's going to do a new AI gimmick and they're going to fake a new gameplay leak and it's going to go viral and then it's going to be determined that it wasn't real. And that's how it works every single freaking time. So Rockstar doesn't want to go up against that because that's tiring for the marketing department. And the new consoles could be potentially around the corner, at least in late 2027. You got to get the game out sooner rather than later so they make more money. Duh! The install base for the PlayStation 5 is continuing to grow. Obviously, it's been out for 7 years now, and the Xbox as well. Most people have the current generation consoles, and if they don't, this is the game to get it for. So with that said, if you just wait until the new consoles are out, and put it out on those new consoles, well, no one's going to have those new consoles because they're going to be super expensive, over probably $1,000 to get those new consoles, and they're going to be hard to get. So it's just a lose-lose for Rockstar Games when they can put it out November 19th, 2026, and then when the new consoles do drop, they can get you to double dip and have better resolution and performance on those new consoles. It makes total sense for this game to come out sooner rather than later at this point. Yes, they can delay. And if you go back to their initial delay message back in November, well, I don't know how they're going to word that again to where that makes sense. Because it sounded like that it wasn't really that big of a deal and that they just, hey, we needed a little bit more time to get it to a point where we know it's going to exceed expectations and things like that. It didn't sound like it was a dire thing. And now, obviously, they're not going to say it is, even if it is. But nonetheless, we understand video game development is hell. We understand video game development is tough. We understand that these guys don't like working in the office 24/7. And I say fuck all that. If you have the privilege and you have the honor of working on the biggest video game of all time that's going to affect people going forward and just the entertainment industry going forward in general for years and years and years, you have to make some sacrifices. You have to make some sacrifices. You have to skip the little Johnny's birthday. You have to skip the graduation. I'm serious. You have to lock in and sleep at the office and get this thing done. I mean, really, honestly, that's what you have to do at this point because this is your dream job at Rockstar Games. You don't need to be tweeting about American politics on Twitter and how you disagree with the Minnesota thing and all of this other stuff. I mean, it's absolute poppycock. That's what it is. Go look up that word because it's a real word. Poppycock. That's what it is. All these lazy millennial devs on fucking Twitter talking about politics. That's why these games don't get done because they think their opinion holds some fucking weight. Bro, sit down and shut your mouth. Okay? And work on the game. I don't care. It's inappropriate to talk about politics when you're working on the biggest video game in the world. You're an engineer. You're an artist. Do those things and focus in and lock in. There's no reason to be running that mouth on Twitter. It's ridiculous. It's unbelievable, it's unfathomable, and you guys do not care. I can't wait to not see you guys in here in 113 days because you guys are going to get replaced by the people that are more motivated on this bench out here. I'll tell you that right now. You guys are slackers. You guys have nothing to say because, well, it's 300 days. I don't care. I mean, Trailer 1 was way longer than that. Trailer 1 came out in December of 2023. Do the math on that. December 5th, 2023. That's over 500 probably days at this point. Hell, that's over 600 days, I would assume. Or nearing that. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. So we've waited that long. This is not a long wait here, and you're gonna obviously. And I'm not gonna get into how they can release this game and what that really means because you couldn't handle yesterday's conversation. It's not my problem that you guys can't get up on the high IQ level out here. It is all bullshit. They should sit down and do their job. Another trailer would have to come out probably early fall of this year, late summer, early fall. I would argue, if the game is coming out November 19th, they have to lock in and get things going. It's a long process to get things going and get things finalized. It's not a flick of a button that we can probably understand. Shouldn't be anyway. I don't know why it would be. the game isn't getting delayed again. The game isn't getting delayed again. It's not getting delayed again. I just literally went through it. Now, I'm not saying that that's 100% locked in because obviously you can never say never. But it just doesn't make sense why they would delay it again. There's actually, at this point, there's less reasons for Rockstar to sit back and say, well, if we need more time, we'll give it more time. Unless something catastrophically goes wrong, and I'm not a game dev, I'm not an engineer, so I can't speak to that. But, if I guess they find some roadblocks or hurdles that they can't overcome within a certain amount of time, then I guess that would be something that would force them to push it back further. But at the same time, I don't, the game is coming out November 19th, 2026. What do you want me to tell you? And I said after Resident Evil, I think we have to lock right back into this. But, since no one cares about Resident Evil, I mean, we can just skip that game for all I care. If you guys don't want to participate in the Resident Evil discussion, and you have to wait for these PlayStation Showcase events and Luke Steffens and all these other shills to tell you what you need to hear and what you need to know about the game, well then I guess I gotta wait too for everyone to start flapping their gums about this game, but then we're not going to get views. So what's the point for me to cover it if you're not going to willingly come in here and actually get excited about my coverage, my exclusive coverage from my perspective, and it is exclusive 100%, that you're not going to find anywhere else. You guys need to get excited. When I put out my Spider-Man review back in 2018, before any of you found the channel, more than likely, maybe Levi, but that's about it. Before any of you found the channel, and a lot of clout chasers lied to my face and said, I was watching in 2018. Well, you got no proof, so how am I supposed to believe your lying ass? Nonetheless, 2018, because they didn't comment back then. If they commented back then I'd obviously have to believe them because, well, the proof's in the pudding. They didn't comment back then, so I don't care if you were a lurker. You could say whatever. At the end of the day, in 2018, for our Spider-Man review, we had over 1,000 views in less than 30 minutes of the upload. That could never happen now. So we need you to get on that level of like, wow, we're anticipating Michael's review. Get off the parasocial level and get your finger out of your butt and sniff some Resident Evil, because holy fucking shit. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous and utterly sad how you guys can't get behind something unless your favorite fucking YouTuber who has over 2 million subscribers says what you want to hear. Okay? It doesn't matter if they're better looking than world class. I'm better than them. I've been doing it longer than them. You got to respect the OGs out here. It's as simple as that. The proof is in the pudding, exactly. We got the queen out here, and she's talking sense, and she's coming through in a way that makes sense. You guys need to lock in here. It's unbelievable that we could tell you. It really is unbelievable. Let's see what this guy says. No one is even talking sense. Let's go ahead and get Bert timed out. This is not an off-topic channel for you incels to come in here and just start running that mouth, okay? Why do you guys treat this like an off-topic little hangout session, okay? We're here to talk about Grand Theft Auto 6. Bro, the temperature went down to 38 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? We're going to have to wrap it up because 32 degrees Fahrenheit is freezing. 38 degrees Fahrenheit, it's literally getting colder. The sun is starting to set. You guys need to stop trolling and seriously find employment. I'm telling you, man, hit the gym at the very least. If you can't afford the gym, do some push-ups in your room. You got to start somewhere. I'll start doing them with you because we're going to get on this fitness journey very soon here. Okay, I'm tired of the excuses and I'm tired of the shortcomings that you guys continue to make in your lives. It's ridiculous. Get off the internet and do some fucking push-ups for 5 minutes at least. I mean, my God. You know, you guys just sit in that fucking chair all day and do nothing. Your fat gamer chair. Can you imagine the smell? I mean, honestly, can you imagine the smell that these guys, they sit in their fucking gamer chair all day. They got fucking multiple monitors. I mean, first of all, if you can't do the show without multiple monitors, you're an incel. I mean, why do you guys got to have multiple monitors? Like, that's the cringiest thing I've ever. I never had a use case for multiple monitors. It's just like, well, we'll just alt tab to the next window. I mean, you know, would it be a little bit more convenient? Maybe, but you're going to have to look. You're going to move your head around to like look at something else. So I would actually argue that it's not because. You know, when there's another physical monitor that you have to look at, it's like if we had chat on this monitor over here, we have this over here, that motherfucker would be looking over here. Like, what the fuck is that? You guys are not listening. You guys are not understanding. You guys are not listening. You guys are not understanding. You guys are not listening. You guys are not understanding. They're literally 500 pounds. Oh, my God. They're literally 500 pounds. They're literally 500 pounds. Where's the support? I got to wrap it up. It's literally too cold out here. We have to wrap it up. We were expecting a lot more support out here. We were expecting a lot more energy out here today, but obviously it's a dead topic, and that's great. I'm glad it's a dead topic. I'm glad you guys don't care about this game because it shows the hypocrisy. Because magically in 311 days you're going to start to care about this game. Now, why is that the case? Because you're going to know more about the game. Because you're going to see more screenshots and trailers. Who cares? You don't need to see more of the game. They've given you enough. You got 50 screenshots on the Rockstar Games website right now. You got 2 trailers. What more do you really need? Right now is the time to decide on whether you care. And right now you're not saying that you care. So I don't understand why you want to play fake fan of this game in 311 days when it actually comes out, when right now you don't seemingly give 2 shits about it. You know, from Jerry Lawler. That's what Jerry Lawler told me. He said he didn't give 2 shits what I believe. So I'm gonna repeat what Jerry Lawler had to say to me. And I'm going to show you how it feels. So I don't give 2 shits what you believe. That's what Jerry Lawler said to me. So I'm going to say that to you. Because I learned it from Jerry Lawler. You guys are not listening. You guys are not listening. You guys are not listening. I have to wrap it up here. It's too cold to continue. It's too cold to continue. I'm not going to Burger King or McDonald's tonight. You can go do that. I'm not doing that. You're not getting out of the basement. You're an incel. You're in those chat rooms all day. I've never seen such a depressing life. You guys are in there all day. Look at this right here. Who's coming through? Reggie T. Reggie T. Reggie T is coming
Don't
through.
worry, I'm still supporting.
That's what we're
this
talking
slot.
about. Well, that's a fantastic thing. Reggie D is coming through, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. We're going to go ahead and get the lasers out, and they're looking real hot today. Reggie T is in the building, and he's coming through. That was some RTX 5090 technology right there. Reggie T's in the building, and he's coming through with the 5. And he's coming through in a way that makes sense. Hard and strong. Who is this guy? Let's get this guy up out of here. He's talking nonsense in the chat. This is definitely an account that was made recently. Who else is coming through? Look at this right here. 3-6 is in the building.
365
Let's see when this guy made his account. This guy's
super chatted
definitely an alt.
$4.99.
6 years ago, by the way. Can you imagine the content that this guy makes? Go to channel, by the way. Let's go to this. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, that's a different guy. Hold on. Who the fuck is this? Here we go. Let's go to this channel. I guarantee this guy's got no fucking content. No, nothing. Who the fuck is that? That's an AI picture of someone taking a selfie. It's a sad situation. That's a bot. That's a sad situation. We got to wrap it up. It's cold out here, and you guys are not listening. You have no participation in this discussion at all. You don't have any thoughts on the game. So you guys are just confirmed to be cloud chasers because you guys are just going to use the game as a way to get views. And that's not what I'm doing. Hell, I'm going to actually go against that and just fucking sit down and play the game for myself. And I know that's a little, well, that's not actually, no, that's a real gamer moment. I mean, who cares about making content? Let's relax with the game a little bit and see what it has to offer. Soak it in. And yeah, we'll lose out on views and shit like that if we're not on that immediately, but who gives a shit? You know, I want to have a moment with the game. We're not going to be able to sleep on November 19th and the days leading up to November 19th. I mean, it's really going to be it's going to be bad. We're going to have sleep deprivation because we're going to be busy playing the fucking game. We're going to be busy trying to make video. It's just going to be really bad for that week. Trying to get shit going and get shit out and then have energy to put up with this fucking chat in here. Oh, God. It's going to be hell. Actually, it's going to be hell. We might have to get that McDonald's job because, fuck, that'll be easier than doing this. Can you imagine going live on November 19th and this chat's going to behave like this? Oh, fuck that bullshit. We're cutting it off. If the normies really can't find their way in here, then we're going to have to cut that off because we're not going to sit around and listen to people that can barely string together some sentences. I mean, that's crazy. Oh my God. Okay, so let's go ahead and get you up out of here. Because you're impersonating that music artist, so we're gonna go ahead and get you up out of here. We're gonna get you banned. I said 200 likes, and we'll gift out 5 memberships, but it looks like we're not gonna make that, which is fine. We'll save it for a better day. The servers will crash. It's going to be a disaster. It really is going to be a disaster, and PlayStation needs to understand that the infrastructure needs to be in place for this game, because the server issues are going to potentially prevent people from playing this game, or at least downloading it if they don't get it physically. If there is a physical version of this game, there's just a lot to dissect with this game, and really what these roadmaps are, and that's why they have to start locking things in. Later this year, if it really is coming on November 19th, 2026, because PlayStation has to know how to roll this game out efficiently and effectively without a lot of hiccups, and Xbox as well. I mean, they really have to develop all new systems and get those servers ready and make sure that they're ready to go, so that way there's not a massive disaster. Once AI takes over, who will have a job to buy it? I don't know what that means. We're going to have to wrap it up, guys. It's 38 degrees Fahrenheit out here. We're not moving around, so it's getting cool, and it's getting cool quick. We're not waiting for you guys to say something, trying to say something funny in here. Kiss my ass and foot, okay? How about that for some funny fucking comedic material? Who's more cringe in here, World Class or the chat? Certainly isn't me. World Class is a veteran. I've been doing this shit for fucking longer than your ass has been on this platform. And I can fucking tell you. So I don't know what the fuck you guys are smoking, but it's fucking strong. And it's time to put it down. Holy fuck. Let's go. Let's go. Move the chat. It is free to move the chat. Quit being an incel. Holy shit. God, I've never seen such fucking losers. Like, you're so afraid to chat you're online. What the hell is that? You're so afraid to chat in a chat room. There's no wonder you can't do anything in real life. Because if you're afraid to go on the internet and chat, can you imagine what these people are not able to do in real life? They can't even fucking lift their finger. Holy fuck. I don't care if there's nothing to talk about. That's a you problem. I'm doing the fucking show. I'm talking to a fucking screen. That's what I'm doing. You want to really break it down what we're doing? It's fucking insanity is what it is. I'm out here alone talking to a fucking screen. We ain't talking to people. This isn't a person. I'm not talking to a human being. It's a fucking screen. That's what we're talking to. A fucking camera. And we know other people are watching on the other end, but they're not participating in a way that makes sense, so we might as well talk to the damn brick wall. I can't have these participation levels so fucking low in 311 days. You guys need to step up. You guys need to step up. I don't care what I'm banning the word they. We're banning the word they. I don't care about what people can't do. I want to see what you guys can do. Let's not focus on what people can't do. Let's not focus on the people that don't show up. Who cares? They're irrelevant losers. Fuck them. Let's focus on the people that are in here today, and let's focus on getting you guys in better shape and getting you guys prepared for the biggest entity in all of video in 311 days. How about that? So we're banning the word they, and we're coming in here, and we're focusing on the now. That's what we're calling it, the now. So we're looking at the now. That's what we're looking at. We're not worried about where people are at. We're not worried about what people are saying. We're not worried about any of that bullshit. Because if you do that, guess what? I would have never made a motherfucking YouTube video, and I've been doing this since 2011. Before you guys were probably even fucking, I don't know. Y'all got problems. I'll tell you that right now. Big problems. Holy shit. You should have been in sports when you were in school. I'm telling you. You should have been in sports. The coach will uplift you. the necessity of having a team and working as a cohesive unit is a really valuable thing. I was in sports in school. I know how to interact with people if I have to. Is it ideal? No. But guess what? That's how life works, okay? You should have been in sports in a team player environment because right now you're not showing team player qualities. Holy shit, communication is the number one thing. When you play basketball, communication. When you play football, American football, communication. When you play rugby, communication. When you go online and you play as a team, communication. It all factors back to flapping gums. And you guys can't be bothered to do that. I'm afraid Michael's going to snap. Well, we're going to snap anyway. So how do you want me to snap? You want me to snap because you're not moving the chat, or you want me to snap because you're saying something stupid? Figure it out. Eric's coming through. Look at this right here. Eric is coming through. That's what we're talking about. Who is this guy? Who's Eric? I think I know that guy. I don't know who that is. Ain't no way. Eric is coming through. I think I know who that is. Eric is in the building. Oh, my God. We got to wrap it up. It's cold out here. It's freezing. Oh, my God. We got to wrap it up. You guys are not communicating. I can't sit out here and rock back and forth like a goddamn asylum patient. What are you guys waiting for? There's no slow mode on. God, I've never seen such a more woke pussy audience. Fucking learn how to chat. God damn, like, is this, like, did you just fucking crawl out of the goddamn womb and go onto the goddamn internet for the first time? Like, what the fuck? You guys are 40-year-old virgins. Like, I don't know, you know how, you sit in chat rooms all day and then you act like you don't know how to fucking move a chat. You're in Discord all day, typing fucking 500 words per second like the incels that you are. You literally live and breathe this shit. Fuck off. Quit playing dumb in here. It's the dumbest gimmick because it's stupid. The sun is going down. We have to wrap it up. We're rocking to stay warm, and it ain't helping. It's cold. And that's why the Bears are going to win next Sunday. That's exactly why the Bears are going to win next Sunday. Who are they facing? Can't remember. But it doesn't matter because the Bears, it's a home game, and it's going to be 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Super fucking cold. The Bears are going to perform really well because they're used to that. Look at that right there. Eric's in the building. That's what we're talking about. Huge communication. Huge W communication right there. Everything's freezing. Everything's freezing. What is this? Huge W right there. Eric's in the building yet again. Start communicating. Chat World Class is live. That's what we're talking about, homie. Eric is in the building and he's plowing through. What position did you play in basketball? We played the position where I drew a foul, and then we went up to the line to shoot the free throws, and we missed both of them. It's a sad situation. That's the position. I didn't know how to play the basketball. It's a little bit more sophisticated than I thought. You got to do man-to-man coverage and all these other defensive things, and it's a little tricky to understand. It's not just go out there and play ball. It's just like, well, this is what the coach wants from you, and it's just like, damn, that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of work. He coming over here and say man-to-man coverage, like, what you mean, homie? I got to go fucking chase this guy, and then if I don't defend the, I mean, it's just like I let the whole team down like motherfucking ass. Like they pass the ball to this opponent and I'm not guarding him correctly, and it's just like, damn, I just costed the fucking team some points. Like I feel like shit. That's why I quit basketball. We ain't doing that shit. It's too hard. And baseball, we don't understand baseball either. It's a hard sport to understand. And I fully don't believe a lot of Americans understand baseball. I think they just go to the baseball stadium and drink some fucking beers and do this America pastime bullshit. But like, dude, I really don't think they understand it. I don't think they understand the rules of baseball because it's a really complex sport, really. I understand football more than anything. Football is easy. You got 4 downs. And if you can't, If you can't get the ball past the first down, the motherfucking ass, it becomes second down. If you can't do second down, it becomes third down. If you can't do third down, it becomes fourth down. And if you can't convert on fourth down, then you lose possession of the football. It's really that simple. And that's, I would argue, objectively, football is actually more sophisticated than any of those sports, than basketball or baseball. But for some reason, it's just easier to understand. But we're going to have to wrap it up. It's too cold. I can't sit around and wait for you guys to. Input Funny's not in here. We're not paging people that are not in here, okay? They don't matter. They're irrelevant. If they want to be irrelevant in 2026, then continue to not show up. I don't care. But certainly don't be showing back up in 311 days, because I know that's what a lot of these cloud chasers are going to do. They got a little game plan like, oh, yeah, I've been fucking busy, you know? And it's just like, homie, you ain't busy. You decide when to show up, so it's convenient for you to show up. That's the reality of the situation. They showing up when it's convenient for them to show up, not when they, have free time, by the way. Because we know how they work. You know, they've been in the chat for many years, 2021, 2022, 2023. They had no problem in the shows back then, and all of a sudden they can't tune in. And I know their lifestyle didn't change, so don't even act like that's the case. So they're full of bullshit is what they are. They're full of bullshit. They don't like I said Ghost of Tsushima. I said Ghost of Yote is a, we're having fun with it, and that was a big one. They got mad about that because their politics didn't agree with what we were saying about a video game, by the way. And it's just like, well, I don't care what the actor said. That's just not my business. I don't care. Why would I care? Like, why do I have to have this parasocial relationship with someone I don't know? Because they don't agree politically, I have to not like the game? Like, what is that? What does it have to do with the video game? It has nothing to do with the video game. It's zero to do with the video game. It has absolutely nothing to do with the video game. Why does that matter? Separate the art from the artist. But you guys can't do that because it's a maturity level thing. You can't do it. You can't do it. God. Doesn't make any sense. I don't care what the developer said. I don't care if even if they said, hey, Michael, don't buy our game. That's not for them to say anyway. If I want to buy their game, I'll buy it. Even if they hate my guts, don't care. If I like the game, I like the game. I don't need to have their approval. Oh, my God. We got to wrap it up. It's cold out here. We got to wrap it up. It's cold out here. We got to wrap it up. 2 more minutes. Eric is coming through yet again. 3-time Tony Hawk combo. Look at this right
here. At Eric's
Woo!
223
Look at this right here. 3-time Tony Hawk combo.
$1.99. Oh. I'll be here when GTA launch happens.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to know who's here or not. I got a big show planned. Not really planned, but we have an idea on what we want to maybe do. And it'll be unlike anyone else's show, that I can tell you. So, and I can come through. But we're not going to have time to sit down and do this looking at chat thing. That's not going to be, I don't know. That's going to be a little trickier to do. Because we got GTA 6, and we can't. So if you guys are going to communicate, you're going to have to communicate through that. Super chats more than likely, because we're going to have that game in full screen, and we're going to have to look at it in a way that makes sense, that I can tell you. Eric is in the building yet again. 3-time Tony Hawk combo. We got to wrap it up, folks. It is cold out here. It is cold out here. We got to wrap it up. I've been live for 2 hours out here. Ain't nobody going to sit out here for 2 hours for you guys. I mean, it's just not going to happen. They're not sitting out here for 2 hours. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. You guys are not listening. Oh, my God. Why are there so many gray usernames in here? I mean, I don't understand. The fakest of gamers, okay? I'm a video game guy, man. I've been playing video games forever, man. Jeez. I have to wrap it up. It's too cold to continue. It's going to be slushy out here. Holy shit. Ugh. Why are parasocials in here so bad? Yeah, that's the $1 million question. I don't know. I don't know what we've done to elicit such parasocial activity, but damn. It was the call-ins. For years we did call-ins. For multiple years we did call-ins, and that was giving them a line of it was creating a situation, and all of those callers are banned because they all talk shit. If they didn't talk shit, they wouldn't be banned. It's really not a hard philosophy. It's called man-to-man respect. I didn't do a stream talking shit about you with your face in the thumbnail, but I know who did. So it's just like, it's a man-to-man respect level in here, and if you guys can't get on it, then, well, I'm going to probably have to escort you to the door. You know what I mean? Reggie D's coming through yet again. Oh, Lord.
Super chatted for
oh, Lord.
$4.99.
Reggie T.
Expedition 33 is game of the year.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but we know the game of the year this year, and it's going to be either Halloween the video game or Grand Theft Auto 6. Those are the only two big games. Resident Evil 9, I mean, that's just going to be more slop. But I can't get people to talk about that game with me. I mean, they just want to comment and say your eyeballs or oh, Michael, or, they can't be bothered to talk about how Leon's a loser in the game and how this is the first Resident Evil game, by the way, in 20 years that doesn't have a public demo. That's a massive red flag, but no one's talking about that. It's really a sad situation, I tell you. So we got Reggie D coming through. He's coming through. Yet again, I believe 2 or 3 time Tony Hawk Cabo. Huge W's right here. Let's get you guys hyped. Let's get you guys hyped. They are fake vultures. Mike Bobo, imagine doing call-ins on your show. See, if I were just starting out, we would have done the call-ins again, and but it creates down the line, it creates problems because they feel like I remember these people calling like 2 years ago, or even a year or so ago. I remember these people calling in, and they felt like they were entitled to call in, and it's just like, bro, it's my show. I'm gonna hang up on you if I want. Like, that's how this works, and I don't care if you get mad. Like, don't you dare hang up on me. Like, what the? Like, who the fuck are you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know your real name, and you're fucking acting like we've been bros for fucking 15 years. It's the level of mental illness that I've never seen before. It's like, bro, have some respect to the broadcast and know that other fucking viewers are watching, and it's not some fucking social fucking thing just for you. Like, that's insane, bro. Don't you fucking hang up on me. Like, what the fuck? I swear to God. I wasn't done talking. Like, well, I don't care. It's my show. It's Michael Does Life. It's not fucking some internet stranger on the internet from fucking 5,000 miles away. Like, shut your bitch ass up. Kiss my ass and my fucking foot. You've been shown the door, and you didn't like it, but too fucking bad. God damn. Charlie Kirk would shut him down, too. It was his show. He turned the microphone off. God damn. Like, show some fucking respect. Like, you're on my show. It's not I'm on your show. I don't care if it gets you guys pissed off. I got a show to run here, and I got to make it interesting. We can't have you guys on the fucking air for 45 minutes flapping gums about dumbass shit. Make it interesting or move on. Fuck. So that's the problem. But I did say that we'll bring the call-ins back for GTA 6 as we get closer to launch. But I do believe that summer of 2026 is maybe a little too soon. So we'll have to see on that. But I will be bringing them back when there's a lot to discuss and when things get a little heated with this game, because right now it's cold out here, and it is cold with this topic as well because they can't handle it. These normies are just such normies, and they got to wait for IGN to put out a clickbait article, or whoever for that matter, to put out a clickbait article for them to react. Like they're reaction Andes. They can't conversate about the game, unless there's some new exciting thing in front of their face. It's insane. It's insane. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get this guy up out of here. The mods need to get this guy up out of here. He's an incel. 30-minute timeout because we're not live in 30 minutes. So you've been banned. You're off topic. It's not an off-topic chat room. I can cut some slack for the regular viewers because they're always in here and they're committed to the show and they're fucking with the show in a way that makes sense. So we can cut them some slack. But you fucking gray usernames coming in here and talking about dumbass shit that doesn't make any fucking sense, you're done. We're getting you up out of here. Go create your own chat room. Jeez. Unreal. I mean, it really is unbelievable. It is not an off-topic chat room. Who are these gray usernames? Get out of here, dude. How many viewers do we have? 150? 219, by the way. Jeez. Should have over 300. Fuck you guys at. We got to wrap it up. How many likes do we have? Can't see shit over here. Okay, we have... Well, hopefully we don't get to the goal because, I mean, do you guys really deserve the 5 memberships? Because we really had to claw for it, too. Bethesda, yeah. Well, if the new Fallout, if the Fallout remake comes out, we'll have to come in for that. Oh, my God. Okay, T2, you were talking shit. Don't act like you weren't talking shit. I'm calling T2 out because you were talking shit. You were talking shit. T2, you were talking shit. Now you want to act like you weren't talking shit. T2's been banned for 30 minutes. He was talking shit. Off-topic drama talk. Nope. Video game talk show. It don't matter. We got T2 up out of here talking shit. I don't like your mods. Well, too fucking bad. I've had this discussion for 6 years with these incels. Okay? Okay, we've hit the goal. I was hoping we didn't hit the goal because now that means I got to hit this over here and do some fucking work. And do you guys really deserve 5 fucking gifted? I mean, these motherfuckers aren't coming in here. That I can tell you. They're not going to come in here. They're not going to come in here and fucking utilize this membership. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and do it. Oh, shit. How do you do it? Okay, here we go. We're gifting out the 5 memberships right now. We hit 200 likes. We just gifted out the 5 memberships right now. We just gifted out the 5 memberships right now. We just gifted out the 5 memberships right now. We just gifted out the 5 memberships right now. We just gifted out the 5 memberships right now. We just It is cold. The Chicago Bears are winning next Sunday because it is going to be freezing in Chirac. And it is a home game. The Bears are going to excel. Oh. It's going to be colder than this. Imagine playing football in this weather. Holy fuck. That's why they get paid the big bucks, homie. Okay, let's go ahead and get you up out of here. That's what we're talking about. We got the Steelers. They're going to. Aaron Rodgers is going to show you that dominance. Aaron Rodgers is going to show you that experience. He is a veteran of the game. He's 41 or 42 years old, and he's going to show that experience tonight. So if you're going to ask World Class, who do you think is winning, the Texans or the Steelers? We're going the Steelers. It's a home game. Aaron Rodgers is going to play really well, and he's got that experience under these tight pressure situations that the team desperately needs. And I'm going to tell you what is going to be fantastic. So there's going to be a huge W for the Steelers tonight. That we can tell you. Aaron Rodgers has got the experience. He played for the Green Bay Packers for 18 years. And he's been in high-pressure situations. This guy knows how to play ball. It's his whole life. You can't doubt. Okay? I don't know who the Texans quarterback is, but obviously Aaron Rodgers has more experience. So it's an easy dub tonight. Aaron Rodgers is taking it to the next level, and they're going to be advancing. Steelers win. Easy dub. Just like the Bears next weekend. The Bears are playing in the cold. It's a home game. The Bears are getting the W again. It's easy. And then we're going to have all these UK people come in here and, I'm not looking at football. Huh. What the fuck? Oh, shit. This summer should be the biggest time. What is this guy saying? I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. Well, they lost. So I don't know how you're still a fan because they fucking lost. They lost to the Bears, bro. And they were winning, too. I watched the game. But the Bears, when they first got the football, they were looking real good. And I thought, damn, how the fuck are the Packers going to fucking... But the Packers came back, and they were whipping ass. And then the second half, it just, the tide shifted. And motherfucking ass, the Bears came through. It was a great game, too. You guys are not listening. Here comes the alt. Oh, Lord. Alrighty, folks, we officially have to wrap it up. We officially have to wrap it up. We officially... Oh, my God. I don't care if you're sad. Fuck off. God, you're such a dumbass. Go talk to Dr. Phil in 2026. You need help. Get out of here. God, you're a loser. The fuck? Ain't nobody care about what you feel. Shit, I got a show to do. I'm not going to sit around and play feelings. You guys are so fucking emotional. You're emos. You probably have fucking black hair and black fucking... I mean, my God. You're emotional people. Oh my God, my feelings are hurt. Well, then why are you in here? My big question is, why are you in here? If your feelings are so hurt and, my God, I'm the boogeyman that you make me out to be, then why the fuck do you give me any of your fucking time on this planet? Like, make that make fucking sense. It's a mental illness is what it is. So dumb. Like, yeah, you don't get the show, you don't agree with it, then why are you watching behind the fucking scenes like a fucking pussy? You fucking loser? Says a lot about your character that you want to sit there and talk shit, yet you're fucking glued to the screen secretly. You can't let your friends know that, though, your little internet friends, because, man, it's all about a little popularity contest. You haven't graduated from that high school mentality. It's a popularity contest. Who's the coolest dude in the lunchroom? That's what it boils down to with you losers. You literally have not graduated the high school mindset. Get a life and get a job. You should have listened to the teachers back then, but you wanted to play defiant, and look where it got you. Now you want to play popularity contest on the internet with a bunch of fucking, approval from your internet peers. Like, what the fuck? I mean, when you really break it down, it's really bizarre. We got to wrap it up. I'm trying to hold out. But we're losing daylight quickly, and it's not getting warmer. That we can tell you. Jesus, Lord. They need to go watch Peanut, but they're going to get ignored because Peanut actually has viewers, and Peanut has a chat that moves really quick, especially on YouTube. So I was in there the other night, and I was trying to see if my message would pop up, but I don't think it did. So if you want to know where World Class is at, he's watching Peanut. You might see World Class in there. We're just seeing if we can get a shout out from Peanut, but obviously he hates his fans, right? According to you guys, that's the logic, right? If they don't respond to you, they hate you. So I guess Peanut doesn't appreciate his fans or viewers. He treats them like trash. That's what you guys said. I mean, I'm just using your logic because that's the basis of your logic is that if you don't get a response, then that means they automatically hate you. That's what your logic was. That's what your logic is. You guys use that logic all the time. You said, well, Michael doesn't respond to my DM. Michael doesn't acknowledge me unless I super chat, which isn't true, by the way. Then you automatically go to victim mode and say, oh, he's a piece of shit, he's ungrateful, and blah, 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 blah. So I'm just going to apply that to other streamers as well. I mean, I even donated to iShowSpeed, and he didn't even recognize it. So couldn't we apply that logic to him as well? You know? No, you don't, do you? You know, because they actually have viewers. Oh, you're so delusional. You think you're on the level of iShowSpeed or Peanut. No, I'm not saying that. But it's funny how you equate viewership to quality. That's what you're doing. You're essentially saying, well, they don't have to. They don't have these standards because they have viewers. You know, they have thousands and thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of viewers. So they don't have to do that, right? Okay, but the small streamer has to, right? You got to put that up. So it is a popularity contest in your head. It is all about the viewers because you're not putting those same standards on bigger streamers, are you? Well, we don't agree with that philosophy. We don't agree with that philosophy. We don't agree with that philosophy. That I could tell you. Alrighty, folks, we are officially wrapping it up. 30 seconds remain. Here we go. Let's see here. Set timer. 30 seconds. Woo! How come I couldn't hear that? Hello? Yeah, we got 30 seconds on the clock here. We are officially wrapping it up. It is too cold and it's getting too dark to continue. We have 15 seconds here. And we will be wrapping it up. Let's see here. And there we go. The timer has expired. With that said, we are going to wrap it up here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, supporting the show. And one last go through before we wrap it up, the reality of the situation as it stands, in my opinion, and some of these are facts, a lot of these are facts, in regards to the Grand Theft Auto 6 situation. GTA 6 is still confirmed as of this broadcast, January 12th, 2026, for release on November 19th, 2026, despite what you may have heard. Rockstar Games has not said a thing. PlayStation 5 has been hacked. To what extent, we don't fully know, but it could get worse, and that could spell trouble for Grand Theft Auto 6 as well. The AI race, let's talk about that. More leaks and rumors that look believable and look realistic can be generated with the advancements of AI by the time November of 2026 rolls around later this year. And the new console is around the corner. Rockstar wants to make a lot of money. So they got to get this game out before the new consoles come out. And it's been rumored, at least at one point, that the Xbox, the next Xbox hardware, was slated to release late 2027. They need to get the game out sooner rather than later for those reasons alone. And if you disagree, it's time to leave a comment in the comment section after the stream is over. And if you want to debate the video game, we will debate the video game. If not, that's it. We're going to wrap it up here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, and supporting the show. And with that said, we will see you later. It's over.